I'm trying to promote.
Professional podcaster, headphones, and you don't even have the story posted yet.
I'm putting it on right now. Give me a second, guys.
Why do you pod glassless for the first one, then throw them on for this one?
Because I want to look like it's two different times in my life.
You changed the shirt too.
I
Look,
did.
he went orange shirt.
Okay.
What's his
know the
shirt?
vibes.
Space Needle?
Yeah, it's a no jumper joint. Jets. The Jets.
Who's the Jets?
Who's the Jets?
Just evolving through
Statistics. Wow.
That's some old ass shit.
I found it in a box.
Some dare shit.
Yeah.
That's some old ass shit to be like,
Community revolution in progress for sure.
yo, like Wu-Tang and stuff. They love that. Like, take a long
The
word
acronym.
and create an acronym for it.
So
That's
far.
like that's big. Like an old school rap. Well, so you came official with your drinks today. So you got Liquid Death, flavored sparkling water,
Yes.
a diet Red Bull, and then what's in the middle? Coffee.
No. This poured into here. I just like that aesthetic.
But also with the cup next to it.
Yeah. Just it's cool.
So you like the aesthetic of drinking Red Bull out of a coffee cup, but then you don't even take the Red Bull off
You're
the
supposed
table.
to like ditch the Red Bull
but no, because there's still some more in here. I gotta.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because I get you like that. If you walk into a business scenario and you have a Red Bull in hand, you kind of look like a punk teenager.
It's
like,
giving like degenerate.
like, go back to the skate park.
Guess
you know?
what? Guess what
Coffee
today
is more grown.
That's what today is.
What?
44 days sober from alcohol.
Wow.
Come on, guys. Come on,
Clap it up.
Yeah.
He got his dig bag.
Yeah.
He's slowly getting it.
Well, it's actually going away.
Yeah,
because
actually-
he's gaining more weight. So
Yeah, I gained some weight. I found some.
Not drinking huge amount of calories through
Because
alcohol.
when I was drinking that, I was just drinking. I wasn't eating. So then now I start eating, and your body starts holding on to everything. So I went from 305 to 324 to
It's 304.
316 now.
So you were drinking and driving during your
me?
bender that you were on. Yeah.
Hey, man, I might
Officer
have-
Ricky.
I
I'm,
might-
just, I'm
calm
always
down.
curious.
I might have made a mistake or two. Luckily, I didn't harm myself or anybody else or ever get
Yeah, or
pulled
somebody's
over.
kids.
But yeah, but nah. So yeah, I'm feeling good though. So I'm feeling good about it. I'm taking the W's as they come.
I saw that, speaking of caffeine, they said like 5 cups of coffee a day will reduce type 2 diabetes, your risk of stroke, all kinds of stuff. It's like supposed to be super healthy to like.
Well, they said black people don't like coffee.
I love
so that's why
coffee.
black
So
people
maybe
have a
that's why
high
they like
risk
coffee.
of heart
They have
disease and things.
right?
We debunking that. I like coffee.
I love
good.
coffee.
Mexicans do too. Mexicans' diabetes is going
I think
crazy in my family.
Coffee consumption amongst blacks is lower.
It is lower. I would say that.
Probably so.
Just like a lot of black people don't play golf, and I think black people who play golf feel like they're better than black people who don't.
For sure.
The Michael Jordans of the world.
I feel like a lot of black people play golf though. I look at golf as kind of like elder statesman kind of sport. You age out of your sport, so you pick up golf.
I feel like the only black dudes I see playing it are like ex NBA players and shit.
Type- that's what I'm
It's
saying. You
rich
see a
people
lot
shit.
more. Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
kind of like, yes, there are rich black people, but there's like less rich black people. So I feel like they don't find their way to the golf. But maybe it works the other way where even a broke dude who finds his way to the game of golf is going to prosper in his career because allegedly this is where you make all these business
deals.
connections. People are always
Yeah.
telling me that you got to play golf if you want to meet people and make it in business or whatever.
Like our president, he's always playing golf.
Yeah, you got to
Well,
pay
dude,
those.
on the Golf Channel, they have commercials for private jets. That's the type of money that's like circulating around.
That's a vibe.
golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And it's elitism too, because you got to like get those memberships to those like golf courses, and you pay like an
Clubhouse.
exuberant amount of money.
Yeah.
But you know everybody can't get in. So
Did you guys hear about the Korean cartel for the golf tee-off times that they recently
Oh, I
like
did see
busted up?
this. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
gambling.
like, this little Korean syndicate or whatever basically took up all the tee-off times, and they were making people buy them at a premium. Like if you
wow.
want to golf Saturday with your boys at 9 a.m.,
hear about that.
you got to pay 3 times the price or whatever. When they got investigated, found the guys and stuff. It's not associated purely with Korean people. It was a Korean syndicate of people that hatched this plan.
You're not saying that there's something inherent in a Korean person to make them commit crimes?
Nah, I think they're good.
I mean, look at the North. I mean, they're doing some bad things over there. Some bad guys.
That's like half of them.
Yeah.
I would love to talk to a Korean about this, and they just get mad racist. They're like, yeah, those motherfuckers from the North, though.
Rightfully so.
Is North Korea and South Korea like 50-50, or is North Korea like smaller?
It has to be
I feel
smaller,
like they're more
right?
powerful
Wait,
though.
South
is-
Korea has to be bigger because
No, the South
everybody.
What's
is-
your guess?
The South is smaller.
I think South is bigger.
I would
The
say
South
North
is getting dominated by the North, right?
yeah.
I've
Based off
never
of-
looked at a map.
But everybody's like defecting, isn't that what it's called when you like leave North Korea?
Oh,
like
yeah,
at
yeah,
least
yeah.
they're all flooding out. I feel like nobody's going in.
But,
so
but
it has to
I
be
think
decreasing.
wasn't
no?
the original thing was like the North knew they could take the South, so they're like, "Fuck it, we're gonna put them in our violent
Oh
ass
yeah,
regime."
North
and
Korea
stuff
is
like that.
definitely bigger.
Whoa,
Yeah, they're huge. South
1.2
Korea is
times
small.
larger.
Yeah,
I did not know
that
that.
makes sense.
But that's actually like almost 50-50.
1.2
mean?
times larger.
It's only 20% bigger, which is like pretty fucking similar. So that's good. I mean,
No, it's
I mean,
double.
is that
the map?
I thought 1.2
I don't know.
means.
I'm not good at this type of
I thought
stuff.
1.2 would mean double.
North Korea is 120 kilometers and South Korea is 100 kilometers.
But that's
So no-
size. But what about population?
Okay, but like, did you see what Doughboy did? That it says North Korea is 1.2 times
Yeah.
larger, and Doughboy took that to mean that it was 2 times larger.
I associated.
I thought it was
like,
one
yeah.
time
Oldest
plus
person
0.2.
here. Okay, so what, I'm gonna go. Wait.
Okay, South Korea has more than double the population. So
Yeah.
that's just landmass size.
Yeah.
Okay.
So South Korea
I was
does
talking about
have
population.
Damn, so the North was giving some serious belt,
belt to ass for
serious
real,
fucking belt.
beating up the big bro.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's probably they have like a low birth rate, right?
The
Yeah, South Korea has double the population.
I mean, most Asian countries aside from India, right? That's kind of like what they're facing.
Low birth rates.
Yeah,
So you're
like the
saying
westernized
the Indians
ones.
be fucking is what you're
Oh, they
saying?
be getting it on.
There's a lot of Indians.
There's a lot of fucking.
Is that a problem?
No, I love my
There's a lot of
Indians.
Indians.
Can I tell you how fucked up Asian people are?
How?
Yeah,
Let me
let
tell
us
you.
know.
So, a girl does plug talk, right? An Asian woman, and she's a little like alternative, gothic, whatever the fuck you want to call her, right? And she does plug talk, which means I interview her and then fuck her with my wife. Cool, fine. Comes out a few months later, hits us up. Hey, I've like had this identity crisis, like fucking, you know, I just thought I'm changing my life. I think the porn thing was a mistake. I was wondering if you could take down my episode off of OnlyFans. And, you know, this is always like a weird thing for me and my girl, because my perspective is we paid you. Well, actually, we didn't pay you. We did a content trade, but we entered into an agreement. We signed a contract saying that we were going to do this collaboration. We paid the cameraman and we paid the photographer for us to make this content. We had an agreement. You reneging on the agreement is wrong. And it is my right to leave this content up, so I'm going to leave the content up. My wife is more like, well, if a girl wants to change her life or whatever, like I just feel like maybe we shouldn't stand in the way of that. Or also like, what if I don't want girls to be mad at us. And so, fine. I think that the video came off of OnlyFans of me fucking her in her vagina and then coming in her mouth. But I'm sitting there the other day watching a Ralphie the Plug video. Guess who I see?
The Asian man.
What?
Sitting next to Ralphie the Plug in a music video is way more degrading than fucking me.
Are you gonna re-upload it?
There's something pure about having sex with me and my wife on a couch in a building.
Pure, I wouldn't say, but definitely both of those fall under the degenerate, category. So yeah,
I'm like, are you changing your life? Clearly, you're not changing your life that much.
Right.
You
Was she
sit
wi-
next to Ralphie.
Was she wiping sweat from his brow as he was thumbing through a check?
If they did do that, I didn't notice that. But I mean,
Because then you'd have a case. In my eyes, I think you'd have a case.
I'm gonna tell my wife. I'm gonna tell her we're putting that shit back up.
but also like, are you weighing like, oh, this is like a high seller, or if it was like not doing well, you're like, whatever, we'll just leave it down.
Because that's my wife's fucking attitude. Basically, is like, it's not like we make more money by leaving it up. Like it came out, it did what it had to do. It's not really like doing anything actual profit wise for us in the long run, And
that would
so
be my angle, yeah.
my attitude is more like, no, it's the principle of it. We shouldn't take it down because she has no right to tell us to take it down, and she shouldn't have entered into this agreement. Because, bro, you go on the porn sites, they got Mia Khalifa and Lana Rhoades front and center.
sure.
Girls who like routinely go on podcasts
like
and
the
cry their eyes out about how they don't want to be on these
As
porn
soon as they
sites.
say that, they like put them front page. I feel like it makes it like more.
In your time in the game, is this the first time anybody ever asked you to take something down?
No, definitely not.
But that's what I was saying is like you have this like kind of a PTSD from all these rappers that have hit you over the years, or just people that you've interviewed, and they're like, "Please, Adam, I had this,
now.
no, that,
Same
that."
logic.
So, yeah, exactly.
Because like I don't appreciate when the rappers say that shit to me of like, oh, you sat there for 2 hours and talked to me, but now I want it taken down because there was 30 seconds where I said something that I regretted. Or a dude will be like, oh, I talked about how I didn't have a girlfriend, but now me and my girl are back cool, so I don't want the interview up. And I'm just like, what you're saying is so stupid and so offensive that I am gonna just like ruin our friendship and just be like, no.
It's worse than when the rapper does it though.
Right, it's
Let's be
supposed to
real.
be standing on.
Yeah, like bro, it's not that big of a deal. She's
relax.
catching cum. So.
Right.
But okay, but you want to know why it feels different is because the No Jumper employees are like paid by the month, so they're just here.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'm spending more of my time, but whatever. But like when it's Play Talk, I have to like set up the video guy and the photographer, and if I don't, then they don't get paid, which is fine. But like it's like I feel like I'm paying for the content to be
The effort is a lot
captured.
higher.
How often has this happened? I'm just curious. I know you said
Only a couple times over all the years.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
What
Can't put the
fuck does
toothpaste
that
back in the tube.
Once it's out there, it's
Once
out
you
there.
bust it in her
It
mouth,
is what it
it's
Oh,
Whatever.
is.
yeah. I guess
Yeah.
in porn.
You never
in
heard
general.
that? You never heard that saying?
I know a guy who ate, like, they did a dare, like, I'll give you like $50 if you eat a whole tube of toothpaste, and he only got halfway through the tube of toothpaste before they had to rush him to the hospital.
Really? You got sick from that shit?
Yeah.
What's in it? Was it too much
Sorry.
fluoride?
Yeah, I guess like it can kill you. Something in there can like really fuck you up.
Too much toothpaste can be fatal?
They had to pump his stomach.
Damn.
like he swallowed hella nut or
Jeez, that's
something.
It was probably hella minty too.
He had a tummy ache.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think fluoride makes people docile, Doughboy?
Probably. I think fluoride does some terrible things to people, don't it?
I'm
You're
not sure. I'm
supposed to
just
consume-
wondering.
Yeah, I just know you're not supposed to consume it in mass
They
quantities.
say the Nazis used it. I don't know.
You assuming that makes me not believe it. I'm gonna be totally real.
What?
Like you saying that you think fluoride is like really bad for people, it makes me like just assume that it's probably fine.
Why? I'm a very reliable source of information.
No, you're not. You believing something is like an anti-endorsement, which I brought this up in the group chat the other day because you had a clip on the news where you said that you thought that racism was exclusive to America.
I love Doughboy so
And
much.
that to me makes me feel like any sense that you were a worldly educated person is gone.
I was misquoted.
No, I watched.
By
the
what
clip.
you heard from what I
watched the
said.
clip.
Yeah, let him
What-
clarify. Let him
what-
clarify.
What I was saying is I didn't know black people were discriminated in other countries as much. Like I knew that it probably existed, but not like on a big level like that. I thought that was exclusive to America. Because when you think Africa, people gonna be racist towards people in Africa?
Yeah, South Africa.
Like
Yeah,
that's
you know, there's
just.
white people there too.
Ever heard of apartheid?
But are there enough of them to be racist towards all the black people?
Yeah,
You would be surprised, Doughboy.
they have such like an infamous history of racism in Africa. Like,
It's so
Yeah,
bad
it's
that
just-
now they're
That,
claiming
that is astonishing that you are like that fucking clueless about the world. And why is it always racial things?
he doesn't see skin color.
But it's like he's like weirdly ignorant about racial things. It's like this one point of like this one thing that he just like refuses to.
But he
like.
double dips because like
Willing-
the JB offended him, so that's like something
Right,
racial
about
that
the
he
fight
doesn't
behind
accept.
that.
Yeah, so
He's
But he
about to
wasn't
die
until
about
his
that.
daughter told him he was supposed to. be
yeah,
mad.
so I don't know.
Yeah. We'll write a thesis as to why white comedians should be able to hard R us on the stage, but it's like, black people have it hard in Africa? In Europe? They don't like us? Oh my God, this is news to me.
I just kind of thought that was like our turf. I thought that we was like running
Our
our turf.
turf.
What if he?
I mean, we done pretty good with it. You know, they've been going
if
crazy
he
with it
found
for
out-
sure.
what if he- would you be shocked if you found out that Elon Musk was funding
Just the
Doughboy
US.
to like basically like make racism seem like less serious?
Yeah,
It would make me respect Doughboy more.
if he was
on,
getting
let me
back,
see.
That he
Daddy.
had some
Daddy.
depth to him. That he had like some
But see,
serious
hold on.
fucking
I
depth.
ran into this in my last relationship because she was like super pro black and like
Oh, no.
in my black experience, I haven't really dealt like with racism. Like I haven't dealt with that in my life. I haven't like ever been called
He's Lil Wayne.
out of my name about stuff like that. Like I have cool white, like my best friend, like he's like, I don't want to sound cliches, but he's white. I grew up with him since we were 6 years old. Like I haven't had negative experiences with the police. So she would, every time something would happen, she would react like racially, like I'm pissed and start ranting on Instagram and shit. And I'd be like, well, hey, What happened? Like, let's talk about it.
You're like Charlie Kirk.
Nah, this is
Statistics
what it's
say
like.
12% of the population.
Maybe you were just being annoying.
Yeah.
Maybe
What did
you were.
you do before
Yeah,
this?
yeah. Oh, so that white guy raped you? Well, what were you wearing?
You know what he's saying? He's like, Obama's been president. There's no more racism in America. Obama was
I love
president.
it. He's like
Babe,
old
you're
white
tripping
guy,
out.
fucking old like 80-year-old
Caused
white guy
serious
lost it.
strife in our relationship, like, because we were never like on the same page about things socially.
Have you read Malcolm X's autobiography?
Nope. I didn't mean to say it like that.
You,
But no, I
you seemed
haven't.
hyped that you did.
No, but I haven't.
And then
I
you
was
got the
like,
glasses
dude.
on, like you're giving kind of Malcolm right now, but then you don't.
But I
even-
should though. Like, and I
Yeah.
do need to be more up on my history about.
I think if you just looked into it a little bit, it would,
This
open your
also
mind.
feeds into my idea that Spody and Doughboy don't know what a J-Boo is. Like, they both just don't
Yeah.
understand the meaning of
I
that
get
Oh,
that.
I think
term.
I made it through that whole controversy without looking up the meaning.
They both probably.
To me, I
just
thought
don't
it was like a
understand.
black person who danced for the white man type of thing,
Yeah.
like similar to the CON word, things like that.
Because it's like a black person
Highly
who makes
offensive.
themselves more ghetto for white people. They act like.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that had. Okay.
That's why when Spody called me and I was like, I know, bro, don't know what he's talking about right now.
Wait.
You're like,
So
Yeah,
its
origin.
precise origin is debated. However, etymologists suggest it may be a combination of the word jig, a term with a history of being used to mock dancing, and the word bugaboo.
the one above it too.
It's just some shit that like some slang term that they invented 100 years ago, a couple hundred years ago. You know,
Yes, says late 19th century, early 20th century,
Yeah.
frequently used to mock stereotypical physical features or degrade black individuals.
I mean, there is a way that black people use it amongst each other. Like, we know what we're saying when we're saying it to each other, but the original term is, yeah.
when you say black people, does that include Doughboy?
It better.
I'm questioning that. I think Doughboy is actually.
You questioning my blackness?
He's a Chicano brother.
Yeah, he's Mexican.
He's a Chicano
So we're gonna
brother.
claim him because he doesn't.
I'm a quarter Mexican.
You're a
so I mean,
Chicano,
It
brother.
is La Raza.
Who's it for?
Órale, La Raza. And it's for La Raza.
See, it
There we
came
go.
out.
I'm looking for a female Jaina.
It came out.
If he joined a like a BLM chapter,
They would
How long
immediately
you
root him
think
out.
it lasts?
They would be calling him an FBI agent after hour 1.2.
When he joined, he would be less black than Rachel
be checking me
Dolezal.
for a mic.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
black
he would
he'd
have a
be.
scandal like her.
Yes, literally.
no,
They'd be
they
like,
would-
he joined saying he's for BLM. He doesn't know any black history. He thought racism was contained to the U.S.
They would stick Rachel on him. They'd be like, sister, go investigate Doughboy.
Take
She'd
him
be
on
like,
a date.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, what you mean racism
Yeah,
exists?
exactly. She's hard R'ing him in bed and stuff just to test him, and then he goes back to the chapter. That brother ain't no good. That brother ain't no good.
But it's like in public life, you're very much like incentivized to pick a side of the aisle and just stick to it. Like if you're a black dude and your worldview is like racism is bad, I'm pretty much like on board with anybody who tells me about any racist thing that happened. Like if you tell me that some guy was racist to you in a store, I'm pretty much just gonna believe that. That's like the easy path of no resistance. Whereas like to be a black guy who's kind of like critical about what other black people say about racism, even if it's coming from a place where you feel like black people are like overly tricked by conspiracy theories and fake racism accusations, it's just like a very uncomfortable role to play that is going to inevitably have you cast as some sort of like right-wing troll. That being said,
I hate it.
Doughboy I don't feel like has like really like chosen one side of the aisle or the other. I feel like you're kind of like halfway in that box, but then you also kind of want to be on some like pro-black shit when it feels like it's useful.
Nah, I don't try to like make it to like where I can use it at like my advantage. I just try to like live the experience and just understand what it is that I'm going through and not look at it from just such a black and white perspective. Like, okay, like what's the nuance in this? Like, just try to find some sense of it all. I just question things instead of just kind of going along with the stat pro quo.
But when you say in my black life, I haven't experienced racism, therefore I just don't see it as such a serious thing, are you not just making it black and white?
No, I'm not saying that I don't see it as a serious thing. It's just I haven't experienced it. So I don't know. Like I can't, if you've experienced racism, I can't tell you how to feel about that. But I've never felt it personally.
But do you have to experience touching a hot stove to know that it's hot?
No, I understand that. And I understand if people have different experiences than mine, that they might have a different outlook than mine. I respect theirs. I'm just saying from what my vantage point has been, I haven't had to deal with that in my circumference.
But what does that have to do with your overall idea of like, you know, people say like we live in a white supremacist society. People are anti-black throughout the world. Why do you need to experience it in order to validate that it's like happening or just like even understand it? Like why is your experience so
It's
important?
not that I'm not experiencing it. It's just that I can understand it more if I've gone through it. I can see somebody break their leg right now and be like, I know that probably really hurts. I banged my leg on the table and that hurts. But if I've never broken my leg, I'm probably not going to know exactly what they're going through.
Okay, wait. I have a series of questions. So you've never had a white person use like the N-word or any similar word towards you in an aggressive or insulting way?
One time when I was in like 6th grade, a kid called me a jungle bunny. and so I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was trash. Like, you know what I mean? But it was from another kid. I feel like his
never
parents-
like
No.
at other times in your life, really?
I've never been pulled over by a racist cop. I've never like been told, get out of here.
Have you been
N-word."
pulled over a bunch of times and you just chose not to view it through a racial lens? Like, have
It's
you
like I
been,
did run the stop sign.
have you been pulled over at times where you thought maybe this was a racialized thing?
No, like because normally if I get pulled over, it was because of something I was either my tags are bad or even I made a bad turn.
Responsible citizen.
And plus, when I pull over, I just have a different vantage point because I already know I'm a bigger person, so I know how to like make people comfortable. So if a police comes to my door, I'm gonna turn my light on. I'm gonna put my hands on the steering wheel. What's up, officer?
No boy's like, I get it. You're terrified. I'm
Yeah,
black.
hey.
I get it.
Like I'm just trying to make us. I want everybody to be comfortable. I want everybody to be
People
cool.
could be committing crimes. You feel
I mean,
me?
because I've been going down a rabbit hole on these body cams since you've been talking about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? More. And this is okay. This might put me on the other side of the fence, and
Oh
maybe
my
it
God.
will.
Here
I know
we
what you're
go.
gonna
But
say.
listen,
Oh,
it don't always be the cops, man. I'm talking about like, you know, even when I see black people get pulled over, it's not always the cops that be on bullshit. Niggas be on bunk shit sometimes too, and they always want to talk to the supervisor. It's like, nigga, you have cocaine in the trunk. like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, so I've seen, so I can be able to look at things with nuance and not be able to just hate police like, oh, they're my enemy. They're going to pull me over and mess with me because I'm black. No, like maybe I'm doing something that's making them pull me over.
I admire you saying that kind of just because, like, if you're a black person who has never really faced racism or very minimal amounts, like, it's still advantageous for you to basically like claim past victimization, just because like being a victim is beneficial. Like, you know, it's like literally people like root for the victim, like people rally behind.
And it justifies emotions, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you
Yeah.
can feel strongly. It's like, I've been through this, you know what I'm saying?
I think we're looking at it through the media landscape though, but there's nothing like really advantageous about being a victim. Like the OJ case and the racist cop that was like,
Okay, if you're a
found-
victim of like murder, yes, I get
Right.
it.
Yeah,
but I'm
that-
saying like if you're viewed as like a victim in the sense that like if the public believe like, okay, Andrew Callahan just did a fucking GoFundMe because he came clean about how he's been sued by this dude Bill Joyner, and he raised like 1.5 million because he was able to successfully paint himself as the victim of this frivolous lawsuit. I mean, yeah, like I'm not even saying it's like totally like fake. Like, yeah, if you're the victim of something, then like you deserve people.
Or even
rallying
times when
behind
it
you.
is fake. Jussie Smollett, before we found out it was fake, he was getting a ton of support for that story. You feel me? Oh, you got
and
attacked
because
by white supremacists?
He
Like,
accurately knew that if he basically made himself out to be a victim of racial violence, then he would be
put
able
a
to
noose around my
profit
neck.
from it. Yeah. It just turns out he's a fucking moron.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. But I,
mean,
think
I'm honest enough to say I know racism exists, and you know what I'm saying, and people that have to deal with
That's
it, like
honest
I
of you.
understand. Like
Have you
that.
ever faked a hate crime?
No.
Okay.
But I think the nuance that, like, I think, because you said, like, you view the nuance, but I think the nuance is that you are aware that you have to turn on your light and you have to make sure, and you know that there's this, like, predisposition for the cops to possibly be scared of you. That in itself is something that, you know, Adam and, you know, white passing people, even me, will probably not have to deal with.
Right.
And that's kind of the difference that exists in
and
America.
I also have friends that are police officers, and they be like telling me like, "Dog, like when I pull people over, like I don't know if this will be my last stop." They be just as nervous. So I just be like, "Okay, if you're already nervous coming in a situation, regardless of my color, you're just nervous because you don't know who's in this car, what's in this car. Let me try to make you feel as comfortable as possible so we can get through this interaction."
If I was a cop and I pulled you over, then I would probably feel kind of at ease because, like, I'm gonna be real. You just don't really give off like cop killer vibes. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think you got
chill.
it in you.
Yeah, it's
And I don't want to give that off.
like the young homie and the shiesty. They're pulling over. They're a little
Like,
more
what's going
itchy.
on?
Yeah,
Right.
they're a
You
little
know what
more
I'm
like,
saying?
hold on.
Shiesty would be pretty fun.
Right.
Yeah.
I just be trying to just, hey man, I'm just trying to get home,
Headphones
baby.
over, with his headphones over the shite.
you know I got a ticket for
the
that
glasses
recently, right?
on.
Out of
Yeah.
The glasses on over it too.
That is so funny.
because I ain't got no beat in my car, man. I need to upgrade my whip, man. So I'll be having to listen to the tunes in my headphones.
I was looking
That's
up Tesla competitors because I was thinking about going electric, and most of them are pretty like swagless. Like you're pretty much like signing up to drive like a vape. Like
What about
it just
the Rivian?
doesn't look cool.
Yeah, I call those bean cars, like the ones that just look like a bean on
Is
wheels.
there a cool one?
What about the Rivian?
Rivian?
I see
Rivian
those
is
on the
pretty
road
hard.
a lot.
Yeah,
I seen a cool-
I like
They
it.
kind of look Land Rover-ish.
Yeah, the
kinda
big body.
vibes,
I like
yeah.
the big body.
I
for
think
sure.
I seen an electric Mustang.
You got to get on a long ass wait list for these Johns.
Oh, for real? You
Yeah,
can't
they
just
look
pick
cool.
these up?
No, I don't think so.
Nah, these are hard. The Land Cruiser 2 is hard as fuck. The Land Cruiser goes crazy.
They're in high demand though. People are on wait lists. I think for
Are they
like
expensive?
I imagine.
I think so. More expensive than Tesla for sure.
I was basically asking chat for like a balance between like something that feels like, you know, sort of luxury or like, you know, has like a nice driving experience, but then primarily is meant to just be inexpensive because I just don't
Look up
I
the
just
Mustang.
don't care about stunting at all.
Look up the Mustang electric SUV.
So, but
Or the
like,
electric
if you don't-
Hummers.
If you don't care about stunning, like, what's the one car you couldn't drive though?
Tesla because I hate Elon Musk.
SUV.
Shout out. But you wouldn't fuck with a hybrid?
I don't even know what that is.
If I saw
clean,
Adam
right?
22 driving this car, I would think you are metrosexual.
No, this shit's fly.
That's kind of fire, bro.
I don't
Nah.
want to like fully look like I gave up on life, but you feel like this,
This
is like,
looks like
This is
giving up
not
on
fly.
life.
Nah, that's fire.
This is not it, boys.
It's giving like the Porsche John a little
Yeah.
bit.
That's fire. I would drive that. That's hard.
This is like I'm signaling something. Like something's going on wrong with me in my life right now.
my dad, or not my dad, but one of my like dad group friends told me that I need to stop driving a BMW
Why?
because he told me it's gay, and that it's like not, it's not like
What do they
Gay.
drive?
He's just basically telling me like for where you're at in life, he's like you should just drive like a plain black truck.
Nah,
He's like you're just not a BMW guy, and I'm like I have no idea what kind of car guy I am at all.
But it's like I feel like if you're not a car guy, there's no car that's for us. Like I'm not a car guy, so it's just like I'm just trying to
there
drive
is.
a
Oh, okay,
he's-
but what, if you're, I'm not like a sneaker guy.
yeah.
But there's definitely like the wrong sneaker for me to be wearing as a guy who says that he doesn't care about sneakers.
But like if you
right?
threw on boat shoes, nobody would bat an eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but even
we
like
would
boat
judge you.
shoes are like you're telling people about yourself.
we would judge him in boat shoes. We would judge the fuck out of him in boat shoes.
He could come in here with Toms and I wouldn't judge him.
Your car says a lot about you, even if you don't want it to.
I get that for
What
sure.
the dude is telling him is like, bro, you got to a point where you need to be practicing like elevated, quiet luxury.
But is
know?
Adam pulling up in the Beamer and everyone's like, this dude's fucking gay?
I feel like I pull up
Nah,
like,
so funny.
a Beamer, and like everyone's just like ignores it. Or, like
Maybe a
doesn't even care.
Lexus.
It's a nice
Maybe a
car,
Lexus might work
I
better.
thought it was a humble stunt. Yeah, like a
Lexus is a little
what
bit
he's
under
saying.
that,
He's
but it's
telling
still
to
you
get a
getting some
Lexus.
chili.
That's what he's telling you.
It's
is to
nice
get a
ass
Lexus.
Lexus today.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
drive like a bum car. I want to be like the CEO of Walmart, where they're
No,
like, yo, he still
I got
flies economy.
I got it. You know what you got to get?
Huh.
Get your Range Rover.
Why?
That
What-
connects all the dots. It's player. It shows that you in a good space in your life. It's sleek. You put the car seat in the back seat. You
They're
can
just
still be
bad
pops.
cars.
No,
though.
but that's my thing is I don't want like a big car because like we have my wife's car.
Look at
For
that.
if
Look-
we-
oh,
if
look
we
at
go
that
on a
20
family trip or anything,
Yeah,
Then,
to
like-
spend $300,000 on this fucking
I don't need a
Range
big
Rover.
car.
Dude, get the Defender. Not big cars are the shit.
and
the
my whole
Defender
thing
is crazy.
My whole thing I'm saying is that I don't want a fucking flashy car. I don't want to like spend a lot of money on it because I don't care at all.
You should look into some hybrids, half electric, half motor. You
Wow,
know what
those
I'm
are cooler.
saying? They usually are better than like electric cars, and then you still get good gas.
I didn't,
I'm
go,
afraid-
I didn't go down the hybrid thing at all yet.
Yeah, the hybrid vibes. is
I'm
good.
afraid of electric cars. I didn't see those videos where they were like malfunction and won't let you out. Like,
Or the motor blows up.
Yeah, I don't-
$30,000 new battery.
if I can't open this door, that's a problem. If the car shuts off, you can't open the door.
But how many times has that happened?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, not
such
a ton. I
tiny
know.
How many
percentage
times
of
are you
time.
driving off a bridge into like a river?
I just don't be
kinda
trusting them
happens.
computers like that, man.
You sound
Not
like
for
an
the
old
car.
Oh, we know you don't trust computers.
Not for the car.
We know you hate Google.
The car is a step too far.
He's pulling into the light.
I would love to see Doughboy typing on his laptop. Like I know it's like
It's a
this.
typewriter. He's
can you
busting
type?
out a typewriter.
Can you type?
I can type, man.
Can everyone here type?
No,
Yes,
not very good.
Really?
I could beat you. I could beat you in the typing test, like words per minute.
There's no way.
I could beat you.
No.
You want to put it to the test?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
I could definitely beat both of you.
Yeah, because I never had jobs where I was typing like that. I feel like
do it live right
The
now.
best way for me and this idiot here to test our
Typing speed.
there's the typing race where it's like a little car and it goes along the sentence and you guys race.
Yeah.
Okay.
Type racer.
Yeah.
Monkey
Don't
type.
get cooked in front of
Are
everybody.
you sure monkey type is
Hey,
okay?
yo, why you got to say that one for Doughboy?
Does that come across racist to you or anything? Maybe this is something I should get serious about competing in.
Moose, stop
we
trying
go.
to say John. I got a bunch of homies from Philly. Shout out to my homies from Philly.
You want to go first? You want me to go
Say
first?
that.
Wait, you started
Oh, okay,
it.
okay,
You started
okay. So
it too
you
early.
press the button and then you immediately start typing it. All right.
You got to
But,
get
like,
ready
how-
though. Like ready.
You just
set,
keep
go.
going, then it stops you and it tells you how many.
I feel like it just boom. It like is this one only, and like because how many of these do we have to do before we could kind of like be
See who's like.
I think it's just
Yeah.
gonna keep going though. It's gonna like keep going and it's gonna measure your average speed.
All right, you guys ready?
I think it's a minute or
yeah.
something, isn't it?
Yeah, hey, if anyone
Lock
doesn't
in.
find this interesting, I just want to apologize because this might be the most exhilarating.
Gotta take the hoodie off for this. Come on.
Hoodie for the
Lock in, Adam.
I've never
Lock
been
in.
this excited in my
If
fucking life.
Doughboy out types you, you're gonna go home sad.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. This.
Okay, he's cooking. Can they see this, Nathan?
I'm gonna need you to scoot back too, Moose, so I can see.
Okay, I got you. In the
All right,
I
that's,
got
that's
you.
pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie.
He's cooking. He's
This is
cooking.
good timing, good accuracy. I'm gonna say 62 words per minute.
7 seconds. 6,
This motherfucker's cooking, man.
3, 2.
Oh, fuck.
96 words per minute.
I really started to lose it
that's
there
crazy.
at the end. Look at my accuracy took a dive at the end.
You were cooking though.
I think you need to sit here.
Okay.
Because it's like
Get a better
way
view.
better perspective. And,
Give him a fair shot. Give him a fair
I
shot.
don't want it to be like one sided.
He wants you to really know he types faster than you.
I'm not gonna lie. I think
Without
he
a
might-
doubt.
he might have me beat. 96 is like that's
Yeah,
pretty
I don't
impressive.
need to even compete. I'm not doing
I
that.
had no idea that was coming.
No warm up.
All right, here we go. Start now.
Come on, Doughboy. Don't click the ad, please.
Okay.
Just press refresh at the top.
Don't click the ad. Don't start
press
the download.
refresh at the top right there.
That's the spam.
All right. Okay. All right. 1. Somebody count down. All right.
3, 2, 1. Oh. He backspaced. He backspaced.
This is gonna be like when he boxes Spody.
Yo. Oh my god.
2, 1. 31 words per minute.
Yo.
Hey, good shit,
Good try,
though.
good
Good
try,
shit,
Doughboy.
though. Good try, baby.
Good try.
Good try.
Respect for the attempt.
Ah, yo, that is crazy.
Yo.
Yo, the backspace took me out. Bro. Backspace took me out. Oh, shit.
Inmate typing speed
Yo.
is
Remember we
crazy.
had
Hey, he's typing like he's on a level 4.
Be brave. He can type faster than that.
Remember when we did the reading contest with Spody and
Yes, that was out of pocket. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all are out of pocket for that.
so you had no idea that you weren't that good at typing? You just
Not at all.
assumed that
I thought I at least had 50.
I love the delusions of Doughboy.
you thought your level of typing was like pretty much like as good as it got.
Yeah, I thought it was at least on the average.
Okay.
scale.
I have reached out to our AI overlords.
Is 96 words a minute good typing wise? Yes. 96 words per minute is a very good typing speed. Between 80 and 100 is fast, common among experienced typists, programmers, writers, and transcriptionists. Beyond that, like 100 plus would be excellent, often seen in competitive typists and people who type professionally all day. You at, I believe it was 31.
Yeah.
The range of 20 to 40 words per minute, which you're directly in the middle of that, would be typical for many casual computer users. So it's not like this guy is probably handicapped.
No,
it's
no.
like you're kind of in the middle.
When I was
What about that accuracy though?
It really makes me wonder how much I could improve though, because I could
You're
sit there,
nice.
I could drill that at night, and I bet I could go up
go
like
200.
crazy. Yeah.
We get 200.
But I feel
well-
like it's different when you're typing intentionally versus like doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like you're probably like crafting emails at like 65.
Right. Well, I mean, if you have to like think about what you're saying, yeah, it's tough. Also, you guys were talking, and it was distracting me and making me think about
I was
what you
thinking
guys
about
were
that
saying.
for a second.
And
Yeah.
so I feel like I could have got like dramatically better if
You can competitively do this.
well, it did kind of say that I was like right below the area of people who do it competitively.
when I was, when I
And
was
you
trying-
went in cold, not even knowing we were going to do it, and hit a 96.
No, that was impressive.
That was impressive.
I was
For
not
sure.
expecting that. I would say I'm around
Me neither.
65. I'm like
I'm
65.
probably a good 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good 40,
Yeah.
50 maybe. Because when I was applying for the state jobs, that's all you
50?
had to have was 40.
50.
Yeah, I think I could get 50.
I feel like
I'm good.
most jobs 31 is fine for like most
No, they said
I get
40
high.
was the bottom.
The
tier.
bottom? Okay,
40
yeah,
was
yeah.
I mean,
like-
if I focused.
and you not
thought
getting
I
a
could
job
cover
at
that.
40, that's just the bottom tier. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I'm going to
Thing.
pursue this. I'm going to keep working on it.
You should.
Because I had no idea that I would
Just
be.
gonna come in here and just be flaming the fucking.
But there has been times in my life where I've been like with Vel, I think one time where I was sitting there typing on the fucking keyboard and like a lot, like I don't know what the hell I was writing, but I was writing like a lot. And he said something to me and I just looked at him while I was still typing. And he's just like, what the fuck is that? Like, you don't need to look at the keyboard. Like you could just look at me and have a I'm like, yo, that is, I didn't like really think about it.
Nah,
I'm like,
Wait, they
that
didn't
is
teach you that in school?
No, but like to be able to do it and then also talk to somebody and like listen to them while typing. I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
that's tough.
I'm like, I guess that is.
I do a weird thing though. Like I look at the keys like when I can't do the look away thing at all.
It's just
like,
practice. You learn
Yeah.
where the keyboard.
I be looking at the keys.
Because normally if I'm writing the script, I'm just bow, and it's just.
They made us do that in computer school. We would play this game all the time in like not computer school, but you feel me, computer class.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we touched on a few things there: cars,
Yeah, that was
racism, typing.
The fact that racism doesn't
Stereotyping.
exist
In
outside,
Doughboy's world.
yeah, outside of the U.S.
I like that for Doughboy though. I'm glad he's not being racially harassed.
Yeah, man.
No, yeah. He's too wholesome and nice to be like going through a badass racism. You know, I don't wish that on him.
Is there part of you that assumes that he is being discriminated against, but that he just doesn't have the self-confidence to like declare it?
No, I don't think it's self-confidence. I think it's just like he's just not aware. He's just like, I'm just going through life, just
That's what I
chilling.
got,
That's
yeah.
what I think.
Yeah.
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 People are like, maybe excluding you from things because they're like, fuck that fat black dude. And you're just like, maybe they just don't like me. You know,
Yeah.
type
It's
of
like
thing.
ignorance is bliss.
Because I was
Yeah.
black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn near, that's probably a
It's a
better way to
wonderful
look at
world.
things, in
To be
terms of.
fair, like my life experience is that like, and granted that is as a white man, but like, being basically like an undercover spy within the white world, I would say racism is pretty uncommon.
Uncommon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like hear white people say racist shit like once in a while. I'm not like saying it never happens, but like very rarely.
Nashville's like cool,
See, so how-
liberal though, right? Like there's educated folks, like blue kind of.
I didn't see almost any.
But like if you
Yeah,
lived
like-
in Boston, you probably see a lot more.
I feel like the thing about racism is that it's like it's a low IQ thing.
Yeah.
So if you hang out with dumb people, then you're going to hear racism all the time. And as I've kind of like grown a social circle outside of my work and stuff, it's just like pretty educated people on average, people who are pretty well off on average. And for sure, like never do I ever hear anybody say anything racist. Now, granted, part of that is that like they probably just would think that I would snitch on them.
Yeah, because the majority of the country is still like poor whites. You know what I mean? So it's like they're probably ripping the racism hard.
I'm like Tom
still.
Segura. I don't no pores. I don't go around the pores.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why you have that view. It's like,
and when I do, it's just not. We just don't get deep enough to reveal our secret.
yeah, they're not
racism.
showing that side of
And
their
the type
face.
of poor
yeah.
whites you fuck with, like think they're black.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
like that's a whole nother. You feel me?
No, that's true. That's
Yeah.
actually a great point.
Yeah. Shout out those whites though. I fuck with you.
Yeah.
This is about to be the most cringe conversation we've ever had on here. But the Game and YG are doing a head-to-head in versus on Thursday.
They sure are.
And at first, I thought like Game is going to destroy him, and then I kind of like looked at YG's list of singles, and it's like it really is pretty close.
It's
Closer
close.
than you would think.
I feel like YG. I think the Game gets a lot more respect as a rapper, and is more representative of a time period in rap that people love, which was the G Unit era. The G Unit era combined with like Dr. Dre and like West Coast shit for the first time. When I think about YG, I think a lot of people by that time were like not really like concerned with what the streets of LA were doing music wise. By the time you get to like 2010, a lot of people like all over the country, like music was becoming more regional and people just weren't really like fucking with YG that much. That being said, he did create a lot of big hit records that when you go through his list, it is like, damn, that's a lot of big ass hits right there. So I think it is going to be pretty close, despite the fact that Game, I think, has like the fan advantage in the eyes of the people. His catalog and really kind of him are just like more beloved.
I think it depends on the demographic of who's going to be in the audience at that show. Because if it's just a bunch of YNs, like YG is
It's
going to
not about the demographic there though. It's because it's going to be streamed online, and that's who's going to
that's the
make
vote.
the vote. Yeah.
But I think that the people in the building can sway, public opinion. Like, what I'm saying? Just
How
like
crazy they're going for
Exactly.
each
Because
person.
like, just like even like with the Dipset and the Locks, like you could, felt however you felt.
Well,
but
we
in the
already know what
building-
it's going to be. It's going to be a bunch of their entourages. It's going to be some hip hop media Illuminati type characters in LA.
But I can see that, Doughboy, because the Game is probably going to do a lot better at performing,
Right.
I would say, if I just had a guess.
Yeah.
But the knee-jerk reaction was like the Game is going to blow him out of the water with all these radio hits. But then, like Adam said, you look at the list of fucking YG singles,
Right.
and he's got the same amount pretty much.
Yeah.
Of
It's
gonna
those
go
big
crazy when he
radio
does it
hits.
Donald Trump.
All right,
That's the Game.
We'll do this first, and then we'll do it for the Game, I guess.
Yeah.
So, the big hitters, My N-Word,
My Igga, my Igga.
Who Do You Love, featuring Drake,
That's an automatic dub.
Big Bank, featuring these characters,
Shaky.
Toot It and Boot It,
Dub.
Amazing.
Crazy.
Don't Tell Them,
Ooh, don't tell him. Don't
Okay,
tell
so
him.
this is what I was gonna say. Those type of songs for YG, that's gonna be shaky for him. They're either gonna go or people are gonna be like, "This didn't really age that well."
I think it's going to go. More than like a rapidy, super hard song might go.
But
feel like.
I guess that's how he bounces around though, because he does have like different categories. Because then once you get back into his West Coast anthems,
You don't even want that big and
know
Backy
that-
and Bull.
that's a pretty
Big is right.
strong era for him to have all these songs to go off of, and then street favorites and deep cuts. Fuck Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, bring that
crazy.
back.
Why you always
Perfect
hate?
time.
But,
Automatic dub.
am I crazy for putting 20 songs? On
No,
the,
no, that's what it is.
20
That's the
what they do
format.
for verses?
Yeah, that's what they do.
Okay.
That's the standard.
Oh, last time that I checked, I forgot about that.
It's looking pretty good when you really think about it, you know?
Yeah, but other than that, last
don't
five is a
know.
little rough. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think it's looking.
Last time
I
I
don't think
checked
it's
this,
looking.
Yeah, that's the
that
best one.
good. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think.
Let's check out the games
Yes,
so we
yeah.
can see what, because the games might fall off too.
when he does One Blood, that's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, of course. Bless
Yeah,
you.
low key. YG got to get into his mixtape. There was no mixtape hits there.
And is Game performing the verses with the songs with 50 and shit? Is he doing?
Of
Is
course.
he pulling
Of
those out?
course.
Of course.
Hate it or love it, automatic dubs.
Ooh.
See, okay, yeah.
How we do it? Come on,
How we
easy.
do it, Hate It or
Dreams.
Love It, Dreams, West Side Story, Put You on Game.
I'm saying top. Those three are automatic wins.
But this is all like his first album, and he just has 5 of the most insane songs ever.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
crazy. Why
that's
did they only
tough.
give me 5? Give me more. What?
Just
What the-
prompted to give you more, maybe.
Wait, didn't I say give me more?
the Game's top 20 songs for verses.
What did I not? I think it was like a show all, but it doesn't actually.
The fuck?
No, I was trying to take you
us.
to some website.
Fuck you.
We don't want to hear what
I want
Complex
AI
has
mode,
to
you
do.
piece of shit. Okay.
Ooh, Ali Boumaye. Oh,
Oh,
my
that's a good
life.
one.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Dreams is gonna go crazy. Oh,
I was
yeah.
just slapping Dreams the other day.
Right.
Great song.
West Side Story. It's One Blood. Put You in the Game. The City featuring Kendrick.
El Chapo with Skrillex.
Oh, hell no.
Horrible
Am I
list.
not
This is
familiar
not
with that?
representative
No, that's
of
ass.
what the game would
100
play.
featuring Drake. Great
Wouldn't
song.
get far. Great.
They
Great
both
song.
have multiple Drake
Drake.
features. Wouldn't get far.
We don't care about Celebration.
Easy would go hard.
Yeah, it
Doctor's
would.
Advocate goes
But
crazy.
Church with Those goes crazy.
Old English is not a versus song.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that.
He's
on.
fallen
is
off
not-
before YG.
This is not a good representation of what the game would play.
But is it fair to say that both the game and YG haven't really made like a song that really moved the needle in
Sometime.
I don't
Yeah, in
know,
a hot
5 years?
At least.
Some time.
It's gonna be a good bout for sure. It's
Right.
closer than you think. I like it's two different generations of the West Coast, two different music styles. You know, there's gonna be a lot of nostalgia at play. There's gonna be a lot of just I sound more current. It's easier for people to relate to me. I'm more of the times.
Right.
This is a good one.
Do you
This is a
think
good one.
will it be like the most star-studded blood event of our
Oh, yeah.
lifetimes?
All time.
Oh
Perhaps?
yeah.
All the bloods is gonna be. in
Who
there.
is a valid enough blood to get on the guest list for this?
Is Whack 100 going to be there?
I wasn't going to say it, but you
You know
just said
they're
it.
gonna levy that against them. I already heard
From
bunch of
my
people that-
conversation with Wack, it didn't sound like he was planning on going.
And why not, do you think?
He did not specify, but I do feel like it would probably be a pretty contentious place for him to be.
But he says him in the game are cool, right?
But
Him
there's a
in the
lot of
game are
people.
cool.
But him and YG have
be a
issues.
lot of-
I don't think YG
I've never heard nothing.
would respond well to being in Wack's presence,
Okay.
and then I would be particularly worried about other people in his entourage.
I see.
and people he
Right.
associates with, perhaps.
Remember when the game and YG did that walk through Compton? I think Wack said that he didn't want to go because he didn't want to make it about him and maybe some conversations he has to have with people or whatever. He wanted
just
to
didn't
just
want
let it be
anything to happen.
positive
Right.
and stuff, you know, instead of like, I don't know who he doesn't get along with in YG's camp, but
Right.
Yeah, I really didn't
Apparently-
know. I was just wondering if
yeah,
he was
he
going to pull
thought,
up.
you know,
Where's it gonna be at? It's in. I know it's in LA, but where is it a location on it?
I'm not sure.
And do you
not
think there
sure
will be
either.
any
It's gonna be
ruckus? You think they'll
It's gonna
get
be
into it
private.
at all?
Private event.
But do you think the entourages will end up getting into it?
Nah.
They're always around each
Like
other.
some 3-6 Bone Thug shit. They was throwing the mic at each other and shit, kind of
Oh, yeah,
about
they
to
did get a
squabble.
little spicy.
Yeah.
I know Big Hit's going to be there looking for Rich Rabbit for sure.
He's gonna have his poker on him, so they better not pop it
For
off.
sure, Rich Rabbit will not be in attendance.
Yeah.
I mean, it will be like, on one hand, it's all Bloods, but it's like, it's just like a lot of different versions of Blood.
Right.
Yeah.
Variations.
I personally think Munchie B should be in the building. But
Has to. I hope
that's
so.
on him.
I hope he is.
I feel like he could be.
What, 6'9"?
A little more iffy.
Blood?
Yeah, a little more iffy.
Superstar Blood.
Jim Jones. You think Jim Jones going to be there?
Jim Jones could be there. Him and Game got a record. That certified gangster.
Who are all the top bloods? Like, who needs to be in attendance?
DJ Quick.
Birdman.
DJ Quick.
Birdman got to be in attendance.
Birdman, King-
DJ Quick.
DJ Quick.
definitely.
Does Lil Wayne
but DJ
count?
Quick never pops out, though. He
Sauce
says he
Walker.
never like
Mac
wants to do
10.
something
Mac
like that.
10.
Okay,
That'll
yeah,
be
they're
hard.
definitely gonna have Mac 10 in
Right.
the building.
J Rock.
Oh, that's a good pick. Mozzie.
Mozzie.
Kendrick needs to be there.
And if
would
he's
never.
not, then he's never mind. I'm not gonna say
Kendrick never leaves the house, though.
Joe Moses.
He's not really trying to leave.
Naming all these people just
Joe Moses is
highlighted to
definitely
me how
top
much
one.
LA don't be fucking with LA, because it's like, what are the chances that all these
None
fools
of
would
them will
actually
pull up.
link up and support each other on some big blood?
It's
It would
some
be big for the
politics.
West.
Yeah.
It's always something in the way of something.
Everybody showed up for the pop out.
Not everybody.
But that's
Well,
different
mostly
though.
everybody.
That's a different Switzerland thing, and the game wasn't even present. So like, you know, that was
and thank God he didn't.
He stood in solidarity
why
with
you say
Drake.
thank God.
Because he actually had some fucking morals and didn't pull LeBron James.
Oh, yeah,
Credibility
that's
for
real.
life.
He's the only one on the West Coast
Only
pretty
one.
much
He
that
held
stuck
it
by
down.
Drake's side
Right.
throughout the beef.
Yeah, that's
and
real.
even diss Ross once he was dissing Drake.
Yeah, that record was hard.
That's a good point.
But you got him winning 100%.
Who, Game?
Game.
I'm going with Game every time.
All day against anybody.
You're getting paid by Elon and Game.
No, I wouldn't say against anybody,
You
but
get paid by Elon and Black Wall Street.
he's in Game. He's in my top 5, so you know he's gonna get a lot of
Low-key
people.
Elon da
letting
Vinci.
everyone vote kind of doesn't make sense. Everyone shouldn't be able to vote.
You think it should be like tastemakers choosing?
It's got to be people that understand the culture and the sounds and stuff like that.
How
Because
do you, wait, so
they're just
How
so
do you vote
regional.
for a versus? There's like a
No, it's a website. Yeah.
Is there?
Because I saw the B2K versus whatchamacallit, Pretty Ricky, and they got swept. I'm pretty sure that was like a community vote type
I
of
don't
thing.
think I've watched a versus live since Gucci Mane and Jeezy.
Yeah, COVID kind of.
That shit fell the fuck off.
The Pretty Ricky one was dope because they just swept them, so it was like crazy to watch
that one
B2K
was
just
crazy.
get cooked.
B2K just dropped some new music for the first time
Yeah,
in
but
years.
It's just
Thank
like
God.
everybody's off of them because of that versus. You could tell
It was that bad.
it was that bad, bro. They lost every song, 18-0. How do you do that in the
Wait,
fucking
who was it
versus?
again?
Pretty Ricky and
Ricky.
B2K, like Omarion and
Couldn't
them
name a
versus
song.
They got
Pretty Ricky.
cooked.
It's 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I
Grind
literally,
on me.
I don't think I've ever seen Pretty Ricky, whatever that is.
Yeah, Pretty Ricky's got a lot of hits. I'm
Really?
not
They
gonna
got some
lie.
hits.
Is that like a kid thing or something?
No, it's just horny black people
Yeah, it was
music
like
for sure.
a young group back in the
We'd be
day.
dancing to it as kids, though.
For sure,
Humping
I
each
was
other
humping
at
the
party
couch and
stuff.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure that came out after I like moved out.
It was about
Yeah.
2005-ish.
It's
probably.
It's actually a
2000.
good look that you probably don't know what it is. That's actually like speaking highly of you.
Right.
Because I
probably.
wasn't watching like Nickelodeon and shit.
Yeah, you just
Or like
weren't.
ebony
This
porn.
isn't
Run
your-
up on it.
Yeah, see.
That's crazy.
You weren't watching ebony porn. You weren't listening to Pretty Ricky.
Yeah, you hate the ebonies.
I might have donated a few loads to like Buffy the Body once she came
Yeah, of
out.
course.
Mm.
Yeah.
I got into her for a little while.
But never Pinky, because I've heard you say this.
Pinky's no.
But you're
They said
thinking
she
of
fell
like
off,
current
right?
day fat Pinky, but like prime
She was always
Pinky.
fat.
Prime Pinky
No,
was
she was
dope though,
thick.
right? She was lit at one point.
Prime Pinky
was
was
never attracted
thick.
to
She
her.
wasn't like fat, but then she got fat and then it got sad.
I don't think she was ever really like in shape. She was always a ball
big
of
one.
butter, right?
She's a goat, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but you guys all say that, but you're not beating up to
She's
Pinky.
actually a goat.
When I was like
She's
9, I
actually-
Back in
was.
the day,
When I was like
yeah.
10 years old, I was jacking off the Pinky for sure.
for sure.
But what makes her a goat?
Bro, that
that
whole
ass.
era,
Kinda raised
Kelly
us, yeah.
Divine, Pinky,
Cherokee.
Jada Stevens,
Cherokee
that
did-
just that whole
yes.
genre of porn star, Sarah J. Like, come on, bro.
She
What
could
are
be
you
your
talking
goat,
about?
but I wasn't.
Sarah J, you lost me. Just shout out to the
Love an
legend.
ugly white woman. Stop playing with me.
Shout
She
out
was
to
important. She was a big part.
She's
She
she's
kind of looks
important.
like Adam, honestly.
Honestly, she built her shit off what, like Howard Stern more than anything. Don't you think?
Yo,
Why is she so iconic? Just like Howard Stern.
I think just because like her demeanor and like how she acted in the porns and shit, she just kind of like had a don't give a fuck attitude, and she looked like a librarian, you know. But she was
A lot
taking
of
that
people-
dick.
People still fetishize her for real.
She be at the porn conventions.
She's
I see she
like-
be pushing a hard line. Like people take a picture of her. She's like, "You got to give me fucking $500 for that. What the fuck are you
That's
doing?"
crazy.
Like she be
Wait, really?
tripping on people. I see
500?
videos or something. I don't know.
a lot of the girls have rates at the porn convention, so you can't just like
like
walk
sneak
up
a
and-
pic. Yeah,
you gotta
She
pay
was
them a little
tripping
something.
on people. I see.
Makes sense, but yeah, I mean, a lot of these girls like they're just there to make money, so they expect the guys to compensate them.
No, I get that. It's like
Yeah, I feel like you're-
IRL OnlyFans.
I mean, what do you expect?
What do you guys like? Man, yeah, I tried to talk about it on the pod with Munchie and Lush the other day, but I saw this like fucking Joe Budden clip where he's like grilling his host about you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly.
I know, I watched it,
watched it
yeah.
a few times. I'm not gonna lie.
About not podding right.
Mm.
Basically about showing up on the pod and not trying to make shit interesting, not bringing anything of themselves to the table. And I guess I found that Danny from the Stop clip that I'm talking about, which we could watch if we wanted again, but I just found that like to be so illuminating just because hearing Joe like have that conversation with his host was just like, I don't know. It's crazy.
Right up your alley. Huh?
No, it's really, like,
right up your
loving
alley.
it.
I knew Adam was gonna love that
the kind
one.
of thing I just like.
Are we all like, we all seen the clip? We all
Yeah.
know what we're talking about,
Right.
right? The thing that I kind of took, not offense to, but like just a little, I was like, oh, that doesn't make sense, was he wanted them to bring more of their personal life. And I feel like if your personal life just isn't interesting, then I think you should kind of keep it out of the pod.
No, but
You know what I'm saying? And then you can have a really interesting personal life like our own Lush one. And sometimes he's just going in on his domestic situation. And it's just like, all right, bro, this is kind of too much. Like, let's get back to the topics. Like, I kind of don't care that much about, we get it. You're getting beat up. All right. We feel for you, but
Okay, but to be fair, like while Lush doing that and making content about him being abused by his girlfriend, yes, that is the far example in which you're talking about something from your private life that is destructive, and any sane, reasonable person would not want to share that with the world. And we all agree that Lush is out of his fucking mind, and that's why he does these things. That being said, like the example that Joe was using with Ice was that he went to the beach with
his current girlfriend, as well as his baby mama and his daughter. I believe that was how it was. And when Joe asked him about it on the podcast, he kind of just like rushed through his review of how it went and just said like, yeah, it was cool. Everybody got along. It was good vibes. It was all cool. Yeah. And it's like, I guess I just really related to the way that Joe was speaking to him about that, because the basic like challenge that he was giving them was, how are you podcasters and you could go out and have an experience that so clearly lends itself to a comedic, interesting, or funny conversation? Like, there just has to be elements of this that are kind of funny or kind of awkward or kind of amusing. And not everybody isn't saying that you need to be a stand-up comic with it and be able to deliver material about this kind of stuff in a way that is fucking fall down out of your seat hilarious. But I do think that the way that Ice was like incapable of processing his life into something that could provide even a couple of minutes of interesting conversation on a podcast like really stood out to me, because I feel like we don't really spend a lot of time talking about what we are actually doing on the podcast when we podcast. And the reason why I'm like kind of floating this all over again is because I feel like I tried to bring it up Tuesday and we didn't necessarily have like that great of a conversation.
I think
it got kind of rushed past.
I think it's a fine line between it though, because I've learned a lot about podcasting just in my short time here in No Jumper, and it's just like, you know, what I've been able to learn is, or to ascertain from the situation is that, yeah, sometimes you want to give people a personal insight or perspective, but then you don't want to go too much, and then you have MCS, and then you're just making it all about you all the time. So I try to find that balance and being able to come in, talk about some stuff, but not like hold the podcast hostage by whatever crazy shit I got going on. Just trying to gauge, okay, where is that balance at? Like, okay, y'all want to know something about this? Okay, I'm cool with talking about it, but let me not over talk it, and maybe Moose has something to say about something, or Adam.
But it's like we're throwing the lob, and then it's like you're not dunking it. I think that's the problem. Is like Ricky said, if there's nothing exciting going on in your life, I get that. But like the examples that he gave are like Ish going on a couples retreat with 6 couples, and then he's just like, it was chill.
Right.
It's like you're bringing up something that's a lob.
It was
and then you're acting like there's nothing interesting there. It's like, why the fuck are you bringing it up then, bro? Like, you know, this is your time to ball out.
To
like,
shine,
go crazy. Like, you brought it up already.
Right.
At some point, you got to be able to delve into it and make it interesting, or why the fuck are you telling this story?
But I think part of the problem too is that, because I keep, ever since I like saw that clip, I've kind of been thinking about what I'm doing a little bit more in terms of like what conversations I'm having about my off-camera life. And I've noticed that part of the problem is that a lot of the times you will have a conversation with somebody off camera that you would never have in a million years on camera. You know, like when you're hanging out with your girlfriend and you're talking about everybody that you know in common. Bro, if I were to fucking air out every single conversation I ever had with my wife, from her friends to her family to the people that I know, etc., it is like I could entertain y'all for hours and hours and hours telling you crazy shit that I know about people, crazy stories. And like, you don't want to go on a podcast and necessarily like make content out of innocent people in your life. Now, some people, like streamers, a lot of times are like, they kind of only hang out with other content creators, so it's like everything is on the table. But when you spend your time hanging out with like your wife who doesn't want to be part of it, or your kid who obviously, like, you know, most of the experiences you have with your kid, you're not going to just be like, listen to how this dumbass kid fucking choked on a rock or whatever, you know. You're just not going to really go with that. I mean, I feel like but there is a fine line though, because it's like a lot of people who come on No Jumper, on the news, whatever, they don't really bring anything from their own lives. And to the extent that they do, I don't know that they necessarily like know how to make it interesting, right?
Yeah.
But do you want more of that on the news?
I'm pro good conversation, period. And if that means that people have to like talk about their personal stuff, for sure. But I mean, at the same time, if the chat says that it's terrible and everybody in the room thinks it's terrible, like that was part of the conversation that happened on there, is like basically, you know, sometimes people try to tell a story from their life and then all of a sudden people start like snickering and kind of
shutting it down.
Yeah. And that's why it's weird too, because you kind of have to like almost like clickbait your story to get people on the hook for you to tell your story. You know, like if Doughboy just said like,
Bro, the other day I was having sex and I shit all over myself. We are officially on the hook.
Good
for,
hook, yeah.
You easily have 10, maybe 20 minutes to tell us the story.
Great premise.
You know, because we all would love to hear about you pooping all over yourself, you know?
Yeah, I it's always like mixed emotions with that because on the news they're always like, you know, shut the fuck up about your life. We want to hear about
Right.
topics. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then like the other shows, it's more like we could get in our bag
Yeah.
with the
I
talking
feel like
about your life.
news is not the format to make yourself the main star, but like how you're a good podcaster on the news is how you attack the conversation. You know, are you going to hit it from the top of the head? Are you going to hit it from the side, from the back, whatever? There's different ways to approach a conversation to make it like interesting. Like, Doe, I love you to death. But sometimes you be having like the most plain, like OG take when we're approaching a topic. And I'm like,
I have told him this also.
yeah, like I don't want to make this about you or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, that's cool for like the intro part of it. But like, let's actually find the nuance in this. Like, let's attack this from different sides versus like telling like a personal story or how do you integrate your personal story into the pod? Like sometimes you have to kind of extrapolate these stories that you're having in your life. Maybe you want to mention something that you heard that was crazy, but it's not your personal story. It's a way to tell it to still kind of like, you know, put people on the hook like you guys are saying.
Right.
But like with these two, Ish and Ice, they're like the homie put-ons to the pod. They're not expected to come and wow anybody with the way that they tell a story or something.
Because everybody else who got added to the podcast after them
Yeah.
got added because they were actually supposed to bring something to the table. Like Queen's Flip is, you know, a well-known social media character. He's funny, whatever. Mark Lamont Hill is super fucking smart and like, you know, clearly pretty much like way smarter than
Popular
everybody else on the
commentator.
podcast. Mona is funny, has her own fan base, etc. But meanwhile with Ish and Ice, they probably wouldn't have been added the way that they were added if it wasn't for the fact that Rory and Maul left without a lot of warning.
Yeah.
Right.
And Ice has some cool lore, right? Like Ice is actually like
I
pretty
remember
dope.
Ice back in the day on Twitter
Yeah.
talking shit and being
Yeah.
funny. And sometimes when you do watch the podcast, you're like, how is this the same guy that used to have edgy takes on Twitter every other day?
That's what I heard. It's kind of like they were actually podding, and then like through like backlash and you know episodes, and just being jaded by the podcast game. They've reached this point to where they're like, oh yeah, I'm kind of more guarded.
Because
he feels like
in podding, it's like you have to like kind of learn lessons but not learn them too much. Like if you share a personal story about something embarrassing that you went through and then you basically get like roasted by the chat or whatever for being like self-indulgent, for taking too much time to talk about yourself or whatever, like maybe there is a lesson for you to learn there about being a little bit more considerate about the amount of time that you're going to be willing to utilize on a podcast to tell a random story. But like you also probably shouldn't take that lesson to make you never tell a personal
like
story
right.
again,
Yeah,
which
of course.
I do feel like, because over the years, like there's been times where you or I've got on people's case about like over talking or interrupting, and then they'll just like shut down and not talk and be like, oh well, I don't want to get yelled at for interrupting, and I'm just like, okay, clearly you're
it's like a
misinterpreting
childlike
the purpose
kind of
there,
thing. Yeah. It's a
But
little
also,
immature.
what about the whole like understanding like the hierarchy in the podcast, right? Like I'm very aware when I'm on camera with certain people, they're supposed to be front and center. I'm supposed to figure out a way to like add to this. And these guys seem like they understand that and they're overplaying their role. Because Joe keeps bringing in these specialists. Mark Lamont has been on CNN for what, fucking 30 years
He got
or
fired.
something like that?
30 years.
What, I don't know, whatever. I'm exaggerating.
He's on Piers every week
Yeah, like,
now.
come on, bro.
One of the
Like,
biggest shows in the
he's
world.
he's a
shit,
big hitter. You bring in Queen's Flip, big hitter. Him and Joe are like buddy on the podcast just because he's the funny guy. You know what I'm saying? Mona, same thing. Like, and these guys know we're little role players.
And
Same with Imani.
I think it's all about trying to find your like your spacing and your timing, because like even like with what I've dealt with here, it's like, okay, I'm a comedian. I come from a comedian background, but in my podcast history,
Allegedly.
I'm a comedian, come from a comedic background, nigga. But no, so,
Override that bullshit.
But
Keep
the majority of podcasts I did before was with people that I knew for a long time. And so then when you get thrown into a new environment and you don't know people, it's just like, and then the last thing you want to be is a comedian trying to be funny, because it comes off forced. It comes off like you're trying to shove it in there. And that's just why it's just like, it just takes time to just find out like, oh, okay. And then even like, and I get it. Like I take all the criticism and I try to take it the best way that I can. Like, don't be so vanilla with my responses. Get these stories, you know what I'm saying? You know, the day they come in or the day before, research it. Okay, what's my take on this that's not just going to be run of the mill? Anybody that can read can say this. So
Yeah.
I'll try to figure it out.
And is
I'll
this
try
like
to figure it out.
is this interesting to like?
Acknowledging that, like right now, whatever this is, this. But I'm gonna keep working.
I feel like I'm getting better,
I
though.
appreciate that self-awareness, though. Like anybody who could read could say these words
Yeah.
in this sequence.
We hadn't
like,
said really like anything in like a long time in that conversation to basically like make him think that we were getting on his ass, but he's still like internalized it
Aware.
that way.
No, not at all. It's just I think I've had a bit of a renaissance with the audience and the fans, because when I first got here, it was nothing
Yeah, definitely.
but bad stuff, and now it's been turning. So shout out to all the people in the chat. They
But
give
a
me
lot of
positive
people
feedback.
come in hot like that. Like Lush had that era where everybody was just politicking Lush's existence, and
I
then
got politic
fucking
on.
well, I mean, Moose almost got it like through the lens of whack.
Yeah, for sure.
know,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But then like
Shout out to the chat.
fucking Flacco, when Flacco first came,
He was saying some crazy stuff though.
but it was
Yeah.
like every day we just had to politic Flacco's existence. Like, is it okay that he's spending all this money on his girl? Is it okay that he's fat? Is it, it's just like
Is it
everything.
okay for him to say black mothers don't deserve
You know
peace
one thing
if
I
they
can
raise gang
say,
members?
because even though even like when in the height of is Doughboy about to get fired, I would like tell you like, man, you don't ever say nothing positive about da 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 da. One of my happiest days of this year was when you let me fill in last Tuesday, because it made me feel like, you know what, I'm working hard. He could have picked anybody to pick, to do this. He trusts me enough with, one of the bigger shows on it. So thank you for, just showing slight belief in me at times. It makes me feel better in my progression towards getting better.
One love.
Slight.
it was smooth too. I'm not gonna lie. You did. Your
I had a
thing. It
good
was
time.
smooth.
This type of conversation, like kind of the inside baseball, I'm interested in podcasting and shit, so it's interesting to me. But to the general public, do you think this is fucking bullshit, like boring, like us talking about about the dynamic of potting? Like,
I feel
do
like
you
if
think
we,
fans care?
if we were to overdo it, then for sure it would be bad. Like, oh my God, you want to hear somebody overdo it? I watched Joe Rogan interview Mr. Beast that came out like a week ago, and somehow they mentioned the idea of like making like a zombie type YouTube video where it's like real a reality show type thing where you have all these like Navy SEAL guys and they sleep in a place and fucking zombies can invade in the middle of the night and they have to shoot them with these different like guns or whatever, and like they basically end up talking for hours and hours about the logistics of doing this YouTube video. And Mr. Beast, like, it is interesting to get to see how his brain works, how he can take like any idea and then basically like add all of the steps that it would take to turn it into a YouTube video that would actually make sense on his channel. But it's just like one of the weirdest podcasts I've ever watched, because they just sort of like accidentally fall into that conversation and then it basically becomes the entire
Just planning a YouTube video is the whole
yeah,
thing.
and there is probably like an hour and a half at the end that's not that, but it's so much more than you would ever expect. Like, it so doesn't feel like they're having this conversation for an audience. They're just talking about this hypothetical.
It's really like there's
YouTube
just
video.
him and the homie talking.
But that's like
wild.
those two dudes. Like that's literally their like talking.
Their
style.
baseline.
That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like how, I don't know, the conversation could have went anywhere, but for them and maybe their audience, maybe they appreciate that enough, because like Joe is low key just tizzing out on most pods. He's like, have you seen this like one obscure thing that proves this one weird talking point that I have? Let me break it down for you. For
But
like
do you
3
actually
hours.
watch Joe Rogan at this point, or do you just like tune into random clips that you see?
Yeah, I see
Because
the clips.
I try to watch random episodes, like, but I would say I probably watch maybe like 10%.
I got into a flow with the comedians, the comedian roundtable, our parks or whatever.
Oh
but
yeah,
then
Protect Our Parks is great. That's the only Joe Rogan I watch now.
it stopped
for
popping
sure.
up for me, and then I never like thought in my mind to go look it up.
They haven't been doing it lately.
Yeah.
they haven't been doing it.
If I don't see a Matt and Shane episode, I'll go looking for it. But even them, like they've kind of fallen off.
Oh,
in my
I watch
whole,
all
like,
Matt and
sphere.
Shane. Every episode, I'm a
Just a
dog,
little
baby.
bit. Just a
Shout out
little
to
bit.
Shane breaking the all-time one show selling.
Yeah, I seen that.
That was- yeah, that was dope.
77,000 tickets or something he sold for one show. It broke the Guinness World Record.
That's fire.
I couldn't even imagine standing in front of 76,000 people and just talking. That's just
You're gonna get there,
Insane.
though, boy.
One
I
of these
believe in
days.
you, bro.
For sure, you're gonna get there.
And you got to end your set. I got my dick back.
Mic drop.
Hey, come and troll Adam. The
Hey,
next week.
I wanted to ask Adam this because we touched on this briefly, and we don't like to double dip, but we got to get your opinion on this. And speaking of personalities and exposing one's personal stuff, what's your take on what Lush has been going through over the weekend? And did
I
you
don't
see
know
his,
anything.
Can I
Okay.
read something for you?
Funny you should say that. So
don't know anything.
he went on a Twitter
Let's put it on the
rant.
screen.
Twitter, Facebook,
Let's put it on the screen.
Instagram, any social media. So I got his Facebook post. This is a Facebook post in the middle of the night.
So he was tweeting and Facebook posting
and IG stories.
Middle of the night.
I'm
doing his
really,
rounds.
I am not tuned into the Lush One Facebook page.
Okay, so this is what it says. It's funny how much I be making these women come, and I'll tell you why. Y'all don't really love pussy like that. It's not a priority to you. That's why you not sensual like that with a bitch, because you don't appreciate women. Like, y'all don't use all the features. You ain't never even hit sport mode in that thing. Me? I'm pushing every button and customizing it. Like, girls look at me like I'm crazy for being the first man to ever appreciate them. Like they deserve to be, and they got the audacity to be confused. Yes, bitch. You are so fucking fine. I want to physically Anyways, hope y'all having a great evening. Bitch, DM me on IG if you want your ass ate. I'm off of being horny as hell. What's up? I'm up 6 bands tonight. Got a whip, got drank, got drugs. I just want a bad bitch who will let me eat her ass though right now.
What's up with your man? What's going on with your man?
Every social media, across all socials.
It's still
look at
up.
the tweet thread.
That's your man's, bro. That's Rope Gang General.
going on with
What
your
you brought to
So
his
he
life.
copy and pasted this from Facebook to Twitter as well.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
some of it. Yeah, like
And he
the
went on to
bottom.
do
But
even more
he
stuff.
sort of changed it up a
Yeah,
little bit
he's like, ad-libbing a little bit.
for the different social networks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That one's word for
Is he
word. It looks
popping
like.
it at Tam? Is he trying to?
What?
Is he trying to hit Tam?
Miss you too, gang. Hope to see you at some point. Regardless, you my sis for life. I'm always gonna have your back. Definitely a pleasure to work with you all day. He was horny
Sis
as fuck.
method?
Like he knows her
Horny
at all.
as
So
fuck.
horny.
Sis method?
No, but,
bro.
but that was 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
So he didn't tweet at all, and then he tweeted that insane rant that you just read. But then if it keeps going, it's I got a huge crush on this girl. I've been in love with her for a while. She used to be with someone from Battle Rap. I'm sorry in advance, gang, because I'm taking this bitch. I wonder if he knows that like most girls don't really want to be called bitches.
He's posting the girl on his story too, on his IG story.
And then he wrote, but like also, how would Lush get up 6 bands in a night?
He's up 6 bands.
He's up.
How?
He told us.
do you do?
I don't know.
We didn't ask how. He just told
That
us.
just seems like a lot of money in one night. Like, did he rob somebody? Like, what?
He put the 8th on layaway till tomorrow.
Yo, I'm so glad you don't have a mic because that's crazy.
Wait, what does that mean? He put the 8th on layaway?
Payment plan? No.
As soon as I said it, I'm like, how did I know what that meant?
Maybe he meant like 6 grams. I'm up 6 grams a week.
Oh, not Lush.
An 8th
What's up
on
with your
layaway.
man?
But yeah, what do you?
Dang.
Should we do an intervention? Should we
Yeah,
let him
because
rock
this is
out?
getting out of
What do we
hand.
do?
He left the group chat because he was too horny.
Wait, did he really?
You didn't see that last night? Look at the
No
group chat.
way.
He said, I got to get out of here. I'm too horny,
Bro, I
guys.
was playing poker and I was just seeing the group chat going crazy and I was just ignoring it.
Just scroll up a little bit. He said, I got to leave the group chat. I'm too horny, guys.
And then he left?
And then he left. I think
No.
he came back.
No.
He said that. You see it in there?
He didn't leave.
He didn't actually
He
leave.
didn't actually leave, but he said he was leaving the group chat.
Oh, so now you changed it.
No, but he said
I think
that he was
saying
though.
He was
Yeah, but you
sparing
just tried to
us.
tell me he actually did.
Oh.
It would have been
I
fun.
don't
He
know.
said he was sparing us, like he wasn't going to go on one of his usual.
Oh, yeah,
horny
yeah,
ass
that's what it
group chat
was.
rants.
But like, who is telling him that this is a good look? Has he noticed
just him.
that nobody else in not only the No Jumper universe, but in America thinks that it's a thing to just go on like a horny wrestler rant on your social media? And it's so crazy because it's like you could almost kind of understand someone doing this on one social network, but then doing it on like multiple and copy and pasting. Like, what are you thinking?
While still
really
having
wants you to
wounds
know.
on your dick from the 8-hour suck session. you
8-hour
had.
suck session.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
said earlier on the news, I seen a dude straight up post to his story, I need sex, capital letters.
I feel like that's such a turnoff to any woman who might have sex with you.
Or any
No, but
without
apparently we got
STDs.
confirmation that some of the
Yeah, you
spoons was
saw the
hitting back.
DMs.
You
I
seen the
did.
DMs?
I'm not gonna lie. The woman in question was in the DMs as well as other women.
Wait, so if you said you said that I need to have sex?
I never said that. I've seen a guy that I went to high school with post that to
And it
his
worked?
story. Of course it didn't. I assume it didn't.
I feel like a lot of these like sort of women who are like young enough that they grew up terminally online, like dating apps and shit, that maybe like they view sex as being so transactional that they would kind of go for that.
no. No,
I-
you're hitting,
there's some
you're
girl out
hitting
there.
the
My
bottom of the
generation,
barrel
no.
torta.
You gotta,
Absolutely not.
you gotta be in that like scene though, of bitches that are just like they're swapping.
Because
you
in the
feel me?
porn
Like,
game, if you were to tweet like, "Hey, I really want to just fuck tonight," any of my homegirls like down to get dick down tonight, maybe they'd be, because sex is so demystified. But I feel like in the real world, girls want to believe that they're taking part in something that's at least somewhat scarce.
they want to be courted just a little bit.
Yeah, even if it's just some drinks or something. Okay, this is how I look at it. Back in the day, we used to play the Facebook games where they were like low-key
that?
little dating games. You would post something like my status and I'll send you a message or whatever, something I'll never say to you. And then it's your opportunity
It's like,
to
I wanna
pop
eat
it at
your ass.
everything.
Yeah.
You have a crush on her, right? So I feel like the dudes that still engage in that, like the dudes posting those corny-ass Justin LeBoy tweets and stuff, is like, you just don't get it. Like, you never evolved in your poon getting career. You feel me?
Yeah, they're stuck in time like Amber, like
But you
a
gotta stop
mosquito in
responding to
Amber.
the things that are on the screen before we start talking about the
Sorry,
things.
my bad.
But okay, Lush One posts a 58-minute call with it, and also it would have been great if we were able to react to what Ricky was saying. But
I
It's fine.
apologize.
yeah,
I agree, Ricky.
can't wait to taste it again, baby. And then he tags this girl Fuego X95. Just got to figure out when I'm bringing you out.
He said she lives 3 states away on the news today.
Can we click on Fuego's page, or is that
Oh,
too much?
Houston Bay.
I am planning on going to her page once I get done reading these.
She spent time in prison, he said.
And this is her.
Yes.
And is it just?
It's just a
Just a
screenshot of her,
screenshot.
but there's more pics of her if you go to the story.
Yup, my new Tejano, like a Texan, I guess. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Oh, she did 7 years in prison though with a bunch of fucking hard.
Oh my God.
bro! How could one person be this cringe?
He's so cringe.
Bro, he needs to be excommunicated. Got me out here making bad decisions.
I think this is Germ's homegirl too. So
this
like-
photo
Yeah,
looks
he's
like it's
popping
from
in that
2017. For
He's
the
popping in
record,
that
that's
she looks a lot different in the other pic.
yeah.
Okay, little
Okay.
flat cheeks.
What's it say?
He was literally in the office with us doing this.
What do I have to do to make it so that I can read this?
I know.
Oh, you can like tap it.
Press play. Yeah.
Yeah, usually, on
This
the
is
phone you can do
horrible on
that.
this interface.
I told you that you have. I told you that I have a crush on my new Yaya just because you had truth on my last bitch, dude. Why this apply to multiple people and y'all all lames?
Don't be mad. She choosing up, gang. I don't even be trying to chase these rapper girls / Latinas, bruh. It's not my fault. They choosing up on my aura, sauce, and passion. How is this a real person? Plus, I ain't a weirdo with no stripes in the land like you from something. I can't read that.
We talk about Doughboy like he's doing this, but this is actually Lush doing this cringe ass shit. Like Doughboy has never done something this cringe.
Yo,
ever.
that's true. This is way worse.
Way worse.
than whatever Doughboy has been doing. But it's like concentrated around this one thing. Like Lush is so much gayer and more cringe in his pursuit of vagina than he is in other things. And I say that well aware that he is very, very cringe when it comes to many other things, many other aspects
No,
of
for
his
sure.
life. Faded as hell. Which slut want her ass ate? My new bitch said I can do whatever I want.
This is like how I was tweeting when I was like 14 and got coochie for the first time.
And then he posts
rapping.
himself rapping.
okay.
And then like, him watching someone else rap 20
It's an
years
AI
ago.
battle. It's like
Is it really?
They made this is not AI, but then it eventually becomes AI after it was a weird video.
And he's got some kid.
Can't be posting a kid on your story after you post it.
No,
on
that
hard
looks
shit.
like a stud possibly too.
If you fuck with me, you gotta ignore my IG for real, twin. Who is this?
It's just some random girl. It's like a viral video. She's just saying like, I'm gonna be posting hoe shit on my story, pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
got to deal with it.
That is true. Yeah. And then now this is
On
an
the
hour
block.
ago. He's just kind of like dick riding a local rapper.
on the block.
Let's investigate his new bitch.
And yeah, I mean,
As he
you
would
know,
call her.
Yeah,
I'm not
check
gonna
her
lie.
out.
This shorty was in the DMs.
Your DMs.
No,
His.
his DMs.
Oh,
She was present.
from him saying, "I want." to
Nah,
have
like
sex."
Yeah, like they're in
they
contact
had,
with
like,
each
a
other.
Back and
Yeah,
forth,
they're
and
in
there were like
contact.
memes and
Oh,
shit being
okay.
exchanged and stuff. It seemed like reasonable.
I like
Oh
how
shit! She offers some words of wisdom in this clip.
I
What's she
like how
talking
he says that my new bitch is she lets me do whatever I want. Yeah, when she's never met you or talked to you or spent any time with you.
She's not invested too much.
It's
at all.
almost like she's not actually your bitch and she's just a random person that you've been talking to on Instagram. Okay, so this is seriously a podcast clip of Lush's new boo, and we're gonna find out like what she thinks about
She's
things.
given a secret into breaking into the music industry as a female artist.
Thank God, I've been looking for some informative materials about that exact topic. All right.
Let's talk legacy. What's some advice you would give to another young woman trying to break into the music industry right now?
Some advice I'd given to young women these days is
I love starting an interview with someone who has accomplished absolutely nothing with their life. Let's talk about legacy. So we just found out who you were a week ago. Let's talk about
Lush is
legacy.
gonna put her on, bro.
All right, here we go.
don't let a motherfucker sell you a dream. Do not, because I did that. You know what I mean?
about to
I
do
was
it
very
again with Lush.
gullible, starting off early, you know, looking for a chance, taking opportunities. I put myself in a lot of dangerous situations. By the grace of God, I never.
It almost sounds like she's describing a different line of work.
This freeze frame.
I'm not
Freeze
gonna
frame is
lie.
crazy.
I was getting that vibe. That
This
Lush
feels
is
like
tryna-
she's describing a different line of work and not being
Not the music
It
industry.
feels like you're being a little too vague for your advice here to be really like rooted in the music industry.
Her
But I don't
experiences.
want to assume too much.
No, this is her experience at the labels.
Okay. This is okay.
Nothing bad really happened to me.
Let's talk legacy.
No, that's
Nothing.
Okay,
That's the legacy. There's nothing bad.
that's like asking Doughboy if he's experienced racism.
Yeah.
I remember back when you used to clip a podcast, how it actually had to be like something that people would want to watch. And now a lot of times when you watch a podcast clip, you're like, oh shit, that was like nothing.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even try to like create a good segment there.
You just
Wow.
have to put
that make
something
me
up.
wanna
You just
watch
have to
the
put
rest
a
of it.
video up. Yeah.
Latino stand.
Hustletown certified
Laying the foundation
exclusive.
for-
Powerful Latina spitting about life setbacks and still being blessed during the struggle.
Check out Bleezy Setbacks and support Fuego X95.
Underground Nation.
Only a couple seconds. so she
Breaking them
doesn't
off
claim
with
this
a new
one.
Hustletown
Yeah,
Network
number.
exclusive.
Let me tell you about setbacks when you gotta pay the rent. You just found out you pregnant, now your baby daddy dip.
All right.
Oh, now I see why Lush fuck with her.
Lush
baby
has
daddy
a type. This is just Germ.
That's what I wasn't
bars.
gonna say.
Raps like
This is skinny germ. I mean, let's just be honest.
I
This
was
is
gonna
skinny
take it
germ.
that far.
But what
He said it.
what about the fact though that he wrote, and she'd been to prison with like 9 hard eyes
7
There was a lot,
years, he
yeah.
said.
7.
for 7 years.
What does a woman have to do to
No,
do 7
you
years?
and Lush both like your tough
bullshit.
chicks. You were over here saying Chunky Barbie was kind of turning you on. With
Okay,
her
but
gang
would I
tattoos.
actually like profess to have a crush on Chunky
Hauser.
Barbie? No.
Yeah.
Let's be serious here.
Yeah.
But also,
Lush was getting at Chunky too.
well, you know what that reminds me of though is that Lush, at a certain point, was on the podcast with Germ, and she was describing like why he pisses her off so much, and she was kind of talking about like how they would go get dinner and they would go to a taco truck, and then he would start freaking out about being like, oh, it's so crazy that I'm like in this neighborhood getting a real deal authentic taco like at this specific truck, which on one hand, like you got to appreciate Lush's like enthusiasm for life
For life, yeah, the
in
simple
general,
things.
but then at the same time, like that does sound like the same annoyance that I feel when he talks about pussy, because it's like, yes, pussy is great, tacos great, burritos great. You just don't need to like the fact that pussy is inarguably amazing and the fact that burritos are inarguably an amazing thing to eat just does not justify you talking about these things
to exhaustion,
Right.
you know.
in the way that he does. Like, it doesn't just mean that everything is out the window. You know, it's like you still have to be a cool, chill, reasonable person. You can't just be this weird, crazed sex zombie that you apparently think is a good look and just be like making a Facebook post just saying like, oh, I just want to fuck you forever and just lay in your like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, cool and chill is not in the equation right now.
What's worse, the homie that carries it like Lush or the dude that just disappears or like every time you hang out with him, he's in his phone trying to get to the
I'd
next
rather
snatch.
because at least you're not bothering me.
Yeah,
like I don't have to
But
listen
that's
to
annoying
anything.
too, though. That guy that's just, it's always something on the line, always got to
Yeah, like what if he just disappeared on us? Like he couldn't even podcast because he wasn't even getting a whiff.
I would not like that. I would like
You know
Lush
what
to
I'm
be
saying?
here.
Lush's whole like ability to get pussy is rooted in the ego that he has from being a No Jumper host. Like if it wasn't him being a No Jumper host, he would have to like start proclaiming to be a drug dealer or something. Like he would just have to like find something
battle
else
rap?
to like say he was doing. Like currently, No Jumper is this thing that Lush does on the side while he spends all the rest of his time obsessing over girls.
And then and managing his artist.
I think he's just going through his whole phase. He's just doing it publicly. Like I think there's no different than when chicks break up with a dude and then they go bang 8 different guys.
They do it in
Like,
the shadows. At
I
least they
know.
have some
Like,
fucking
yeah.
decorum about it.
We're just seeing it in real time. It's like
we've all
sheesh.
done this, but it's like I'm not on Facebook
just
with my
OD.
granny on
Yeah,
there
yeah.
talking about I'm trying to eat
No, but
ass.
that is useful to like think about if a girl was doing it, because could you imagine a girl hopping on Facebook and being like, oh my god, I need dick so bad, I haven't been fucked in 2 weeks, I'm dying, I just
It'd
want
be
to
a
slobber on a cock.
1,000 DMs.
Like
Yeah.
think about how grotesque that would be and how you would just think down about that woman so much. And like as much as Lush is like maybe less cringe because he's a dude, it's like it turns out no, it's just as cringe. It's like the lamest shit ever. And it needs to stop. And he needs to start listening to us. Like we keep making fun of him for the way he's been talking about girls. And it's like he thinks that we're kidding. It's like he thinks that we're like just fucking with him. It's like, no, we want this to stop. Like nobody wants to hear you talk about girls like this. It's gross.
It's just the way he talks. Like if he was a pussy hound and he's just fucking bitches left and right and telling cool, funny stories, then it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's different.
Right.
But just
Yeah.
being like overly cringe horny is
can't
not
wait to get to
entertaining.
No, and
Right.
even that, get on the podcast and tell us about some sex that you had and or a date that you went on. We're here for that.
Yeah.
But we do not want to sit here and hear you talk about how bad you want to have sex.
Like hypothetical coochie.
It's
It's not
disgusting.
cool. Not cool at all.
Just have a sex intervention with him. Just sit him down.
That's
Like,
what this is. But you're not here. And if you call, we're not going to pick up.
I'll write a speech for him.
We
Like,
just want you to know how
I want
gross
my
you
friend
are.
back. I'm gonna be crying and shit.
Yeah, sex addiction took my friend. Actually,
I
that's
have a dream that Lush will stop talking about coochie.
He's beefing with the Berganza bros right now because he thinks that they're hating on him getting poon.
No, they're
But
just
they
being the
don't
real.
want to hear about
Yeah,
it.
they're being the realest because they have to hear about it the most. Because when he gets off the pod, he runs straight to their corner and just talks their ear off for hours.
okay. Doughboy, I'm not trying to overcorrect you. But
I
when
do the same
I
thing.
start typing something,
Don't look
you
over there.
reading it is like
ruining it.
you're on a podcast.
Gotcha. My bad.
Just an idea.
And as a dude, I feel like the best thing, if you're actually really getting a lot of poon, you can't talk about it.
That's what I'm saying. This is so anti getting coochie.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
I'm saying.
It's
like
bad for coochie.
yeah, so bad.
But he thinks it's good because okay, this is like a weird dynamic. Is that if you're Blueface and everyone knows that you're fucking everybody, or if you're Drake and you're fucking everybody, it's like it doesn't really like negate. It doesn't have a negative effect on
yeah,
you.
it does kind of boost it when you're at that
because
level.
you're obviously so high value as a man that it's just not going to really like lower your value because any woman that's going to have sex with Drake or Blueface already knows that he's had sex with a lot of other people and they're like bought in on that idea. If you're Lush, like the prospect that he will date you is a big part of why a woman might choose to put his shrimp style vagina penis in their mouth or vagina is because he like the idea that this person might actually be down to be your boyfriend is like a big part of the thing, right? Like girls aren't fucking Lush thinking like, oh, like I just want to get fucked by the celebrity. That's like what they think when they fuck Drake. But like with him, it's like he needs to be kind of selling the idea like I have drugs. You can hang out at No Jumper. I'll fuck you. You can masturbate after if you still.
to be fair though, this is very like LA minded because like Moose going back to Sacramento, Moose is lit. You know, I take Lush to Vallejo.
Right.
Lush is kind of a celebrity because there ain't much going on. You know what
He's
I'm
a
saying?
celebrity here too.
Yeah, I'm saying like
In a way,
to the Texas girl with the 1,500 followers trying to get in the rap game. Lush is kind of, you know, he can flex that celebrity bone even if it's just the no jumper, you know, connections, things like that.
I mean,
that
honestly,
makes more sense.
If that girl is just looking to get some internet clout, which we all know that basically describes like a huge percentage of women out there, if she messages Lush and then she's willing to subject herself to, you know, 5 to 10 minutes of sucking his shriveled Zandick, she will be able to get the attention that she's vying for. The whole No Jumper universe will become aware of her once she posts a video about fucking Lush.
For sure.
We'll all watch it. And personally, I'm here for that. I'm perfectly happy to feed into that content.
It seems like anybody who gets fucked in this, you know, not even under this roof, but just somebody under this roof fucks somebody, we know about it.
Yeah. Things that happen
From
in the
Doughboy
bathroom.
Oh,
to
Lord.
some other people.
It was a joke. It was a joke. It never happened.
No, but
It's
it is
never
true.
happened.
As far as No Jumper goes, like, if you're fucking someone and they're even like coming here, yeah, people are probably gonna figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, they're coming here. They might sit on a couch or two.
They might post on the couch. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Every once in a while.
yeah. You might even get to be on the news.
You never know.
You never know.
Really? Is that really the method to get on No Jumper?
No, I don't know.
I'm
just
opposed
kidding.
to that.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
don't
kidding.
think
I'm just
that's how
messing
that should
around.
work.
I'm just
Because I'll
fooling
start
around.
abusing that shit.
Wait,
You'll fuck someone just so that.
you're gonna suck
I'm just
Josh
gonna-
off?
I don't think you fucking
offering it.
someone
I'm just gonna
is
be
get
offering
them
it on the
news.
streets.
But you do know that No Jumper is like lax enough that if you had a girl that you were fucking and you brought her on the news with you, like if
Yeah.
you were just like, yo, let me like have that girl sit next to me on the news, that like we would be like, okay. And then there would be like a thread in the Reddit with a picture of her and like 100 responses saying, this is her Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
zoom in on her feet.
Well, now I know.
It's a level of clout that comes with it.
I mean, I don't like if
She
it
got
would
I'm
become
fucking with you.
a thing, it would probably be like,
yeah.
damn, like what the fuck is wrong with Ricky? He keeps bringing this retarded
Yeah,
girl.
but
on
if you
here.
bring like a new Jalise every week, that would be
Yeah.
amazing. You know
Why
what
did
I
they
mean?
put tortas on the homie though?
No,
He's
that's
not
out of
even
pocket.
moving like
Flacco's
that.
out of pocket for that.
Oh,
He's not
did you
even
hear about
moving like
that?
What?
Flacco been bleeding the platform.
What do you mean?
Dude, can we get into
did a
this?
long
Because
expose.
They were pretending
Yeah.
like you're afraid of Flacco
I haven't
on
seen
the
it.
news. They just swear that you're deathly afraid to say any or anything to Flacco about anything he has to say about No Jumper.
did you say? I don't
Even
know.
if he's
That's
making a
misconstrued. He's
satirical
misconstruing
video.
our
He
words.
said, I was the only person sticking up for you. Like Adam would
Oh,
give
God, now you're
Flacco
glazing.
bars.
He
Even
said
Iraq-
he said 99% of the hosts here would suck semen off the floor to get on the news.
Way, okay? Here's
And then he said,
This is the wrong person to say that.
But
to.
by definition, if you're on the platform, you probably are on the news or on a show with
Yeah, that's
more
like the starting
prestige
point.
than the news, right? So what? I mean, I feel like Doughboy.
I
probably,
didn't see this. I just heard what he was kind of
here we
saying.
go.
what Doughboy just said doesn't make sense.
Here we go. You get more context here.
way, okay? Here's a second way. Now, this way is primarily for the Mexicans, okay? All right, if you're not a Mexican, I'm sorry, bruh, this method ain't for you. If you're not a Mexican, this method ain't for you. Forget about it, okay? The method would not work for you if you ain't a Mexican, okay?
Why
Now,
did you
if
say
you
it four
Mexican-
times?
and you got a
Loading.
sister, a cousin, an auntie, a young auntie that's between the weight of 200 to 270 pounds. If you got a cousin, a sister, a auntie, a mama,
I could have said this in 4 seconds for the record. This is my one problem with Flacco content is how is this 44 seconds?
Look at that smile. Look at that smile on his face right now. It's ridiculous.
It's just like such a simple thought, which is good. It's like when it comes to the YouTube runtime, this is good. But it's just to me that's.
He gonna hit that 15?
If you want me to criticize them, why is this taking so long? But anyway, okay.
between the weight of 200 to 270 pounds. I think they call tortas. I don't know. Shout out my Mexicans. I rock with y'all, right? I don't know the words. I don't know the terms. If torta is offensive, my apology. My apology. I don't mean a diss. My apology. But I think they're called tortas. 200 to 270. Okay. Go to a no jumper live event. right? You know,
What about that?
they be live, they be outside, they be at like parties, stuff like that, right? I think the next like live event is like somewhere in Vegas somewhere. Go to a No Jumper live event with your torta. Okay? Again, 200 to 270. That's the range. If they under 200, forget about it. You got no chance. Bring your torta family member. There's a guy that's gonna be there with a hat called Joshua Manahan.
Oh my God.
Josh Manahan. You tell your
I thought that was probably where this was going. But why did this take 2 minutes?
Bro, he's doing the Stephen A. This is Stephen A's whole timing and everything.
Is it really?
This is Stephen A. This is a Stephen A. shtick.
But I mean, it would be like not funny if I said it in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, like it was just like the fact that it took so long to get to it is kind of why it's funny, I guess.
To go ahead and flirt with Josh. Now, the torta is gonna flirt with Josh. She's gonna get Josh Instagram. Okay. Now she's gonna go home and DM Josh, hey, I'm the torta that met you last night. She's gonna go out with Josh. Now, Josh a playboy, you feel me, right? Josh is probably gonna smash 1 or 2 times and probably never, like tap back in with her again, okay? But
this is massively inaccurate. Like Josh is just hitting it and quitting it. Josh has the opposite problem.
He loves them all.
Bruh, that's my problem. Fucking like all the girls that Josh bangs, I would bang them too. I just wouldn't like move them in. I wouldn't like fucking go Facebook official with them. But for some reason he kind of has like missed out on that part of the game where it's like you could just hit it and just quit it, or at least like, not marry them.
Josh at least got a heart. Josh is not cruel. Josh is not, I don't know. Listen, Josh ain't like your boy, okay? Josh got a heart. After the first time she give the box up to Josh, she got to ask Josh for a favor, okay? She got to ask Josh for a favor because if she let Josh tap for a second time, he's gone. But if he hit one time, you got at least one good favor before he hit a second time and he's done with her. So after the first time he hit, ask her, hey, I got a cousin, I got, my brother, my nephew, he's really great at podcasting. Can he come and do the news? And then you come and do the news and you put on a performance of a lifetime.
Has this ever happened? Like, did he ever fuck a girl and then her cousin got on the news?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Are y'all lying?
No, I don't.
You got anything to say, Berganza, bro?
He knows it's true.
I never heard of that.
He can't speak.
But this is what they want you to be gravely offended by. They want you to take this to heart.
No, this wasn't it.
That was some more stuff.
It was like no jumper attacks, pretty much saying the platform shit.
I told them.
The same
Listen,
old
when
shit.
Flacco makes fun of the other hosts on No Jumper, that's just like, yeah, he can say that. I don't care. If he says something about me, I might get concerned, but he can say whatever he wants about you guys. I don't give a fuck.
Damn, okay.
I told them fire up the OBS and defend themselves.
I think it was Lush pretty much saying like, how much does he have to talk about No Jumper being bad as a platform for Adam to get sick of it and actually speak out about it? But you're pretty much saying it's not even on your radar.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Like, if he does say that, then like I would respond. Like, if anyone sent me a clip of Flacco saying something that I felt like was offensive enough that I wanted to respond to it, I would do so. But,
okay.
Right.
But Lush seemed like he was more tapped in.
Use your example that you wanted him to be offended by that earlier.
Yeah, what
Use
was he
an
saying
example.
about no? Because I haven't seen this video.
I wasn't the one
should be
bleeding.
offended by that.
I wasn't the one bleeding it like that.
What were you guys saying yesterday?
That was him and Lush that was on
earlier.
there.
What was the thing that you guys were like?
No, earlier, I don't. Lush had more of it. Like he was saying, there's been so many things. Like, when is Adam gonna get sick of it? And I just don't fuck with Flacco, so I'm gonna jump on that train.
Yeah,
but
Boost
I didn't
will defend himself.
But
Boost will defend himself.
Yeah,
but everybody
right.
else was asking for help. Lush in particular.
Wait, so what? Like,
I wasn't saying that.
supposedly
you needed to
his
respond
new
to that.
video or his live stream recently, he was talking a bunch of shit about No Jumper. I didn't watch it though, so I don't
He was just talking
know.
shit about the employees here. He was just saying like,
Okay.
they're
I didn't
thirsty.
see it.
It was a continuation of his beef with Munchie and like other people, but Munchie will give Flacco 30 minutes on any given day.
I mean, yeah, he really
Like,
beefed with
that's just
Munchie.
what they do. They
He's supposed
beef,
to do
bro.
that.
But I was telling Ricky because he's like, get on your OBS and respond. But I'm like, Ricky got me on a call with Flacco and made me squash the beef with him. So it's like Ricky can't tell me to get on my hill and attack him when you're the one that made me stand down. And for my respect to Ricky, I stood down.
Does everyone know that? Because I didn't even know that you.
I just found out today.
That was supposed to be some gentlemanly mob type shit that we did. And you over here talking about it on airwaves.
No jumper. I really rock with my squad.
I was protecting the brand. I was making sure it didn't get too far.
Here's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't care if Adam responds or not, but I'm still going to say fuck Flacco.
Since the divorce, we know of him having slept with 3 different Mexican women. Presumably.
Yeah.
It would appear. And I don't know that any of them has been 200 plus pounds.
Not even close.
No, I have concerns about.
Oh, yeah, actually, one of them. One of them was pushing it.
Might have been knocking on 200 at one point.
But the other ones are so small that they're closer to 100 than 200, and it cancels it out.
Exactly, yeah. Easily under 150 for sure.
His average.
So there is one who I believe has probably touched 200 at one point in their life. I do believe that person is probably has decided that Ozempic was for them.
Oh, I haven't seen that. They re-rocked it.
I don't know, because you never know. Like, you see somebody in real life, and then you see like a picture of them that looks super hot, and you're like, whoa, they like got in shape. But then you're like, oh, well, I'm believing Instagram.
The Facetune might have done its job.
You know, like there's a girl. Oh my God, there's a girl that I saw that I turned down for Plug Talk at one point, and I saw a picture of her at some event, and she looked so hot that for a second, it took me a little while to realize I had actually been around this girl in real life. She took herself from a 3 to a 10 in these photos. Like the most, and I really feel like it's probably some kind of weird AI app.
Like literally the catfish definition, like
is
just
this
completely
the
fake.
Girl that you showed us before is it different? Okay, all right.
It's some other shit.
But it was egregious. That egregious.
It's like a girl that I turned down from having on Plug Talk. I didn't even send it to Lena because I was so certain that Lena was going to be like, you want to fuck this girl? Like, why would you want to fuck this girl? This girl
you feel like she judges you when you send her some iffy ones.
Some bullshit.
Sometimes, yeah. She definitely will.
You're using her lens more than your lens,
I mean,
sure.
she'll like zoom in on like the part of it that's fake or like where they like stretch their butt out.
Like, look at this blurry part.
She'll be like, you're so stupid. You can't tell that those. I'm like, oh. So I try to I try to keep like a decent standard. But then like looking at this girl's picture, you would think that she was the hottest chick to have ever walked the face of the earth.
That's crazy. That's out of pocket.
But in real life, it was something totally.
In real life, I didn't even want to fuck.
Damn.
Are most girls like not as bomb in real life?
What do you think?
Yeah, most definitely.
It just looks so good. Like I'm saying, like
Facetune is just like
no.
reason?
I'm talking about like when you're watching the scenes type of thing, like actual porn.
I mean, every girl's gonna make herself look as good as possible on Instagram, and then you fuck them in real life.
It's the angles. All the angles are the most perfect ones. Never the bad side of them. You know, never the double chins getting shown. You know?
A lot of times when I go to fuck a girl, I find things that are imperfections and blemishes like at a pretty high rate.
You accept them.
Like the Racer chick who was in there in the beginning of the 24-hour stream, like she was actually genuinely like bad as fuck.
Wait, who?
The girl that Munchie was filling on at the beginning of the 24-hour stream.
Oh yeah, the porn star girl.
Racer,
just
like
shot
that.
with her.
She
was like
was
Russian.
like unbelievable. I was like, what the fuck?
But she's hot. But also, if you go to her Instagram, I'm sure
she looks a lot different.
Photos that if you were to put them side by side with like a regular ass iPhone photo of her, you'd be like, okay.
Even when she walked in here, she was more like, post scene, chilling, no makeup. Yeah. I'm sure on her Instagram, it does not look like that.
I can't follow porn stars on Instagram. I feel like it's too gooned out.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Too gooned out.
You follow Jesus and I Love Kimchi?
I have been seeing that whole saga play out, and then the Young Thug call, where it's like the old Young Thug call, and he's like, "Y'all got some rappers bitches in there," and he's just like, "Oh, come on,
I don't
come
know
on."
about that.
Yeah, that's kind of he was like the first one to expose it, I guess. Like kind of that was a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah,
he was on the phone with them.
You're up on this?
Yeah, the girl that had
For sure, he don't know.
I don't know. I'm not really a big porn guy.
She had the load
We're
on her
not talking
face.
about porn. We're talking about rappers.
But Teezus was on the phone with Young Thug FaceTiming, and he's like sees in the background like some bitches that he knows are other dudes rappers.
Let's get to that, but let's lay out what actually happened. So basically, if we go way back in time to this is how I'll make it about me working on dying No Jumper. If we go all the way back,
Oogie Man
to
No Jumper.
What was the date on this? September 15th, 2016. So approaching 10 years. Here you have me interviewing Filthy, who has gone on to become like, one of Cardi's main producers. He's a huge producer these days. This is Nedarb. This is Hesh. And then this white dude right here is Oogie Mane. And basically he is part of the Working on Dying collective, right? And this was like very, very early in the story of these guys as big producers and everything like that. Like they weren't really that big at this point, but they went on to get gigantic. You hear the Working on Dying ad lib on like Drake songs and shit like that, But either way, so one day we tap into Twitter and we see that there are leaked photos of Oogie Mane's girlfriend, I Love Kimchi.
They've been together for a minute too, I think.
Like 4 years plus. Yeah, I had no idea who this girl was. But if you check it out on, I was watching her on The Radar earlier, which is, maybe that's why they're not suggesting it to me right now. But she is, what I would say, is a very attractive Asian / white, I don't know, right here.
Kind of ABG kind of vibes.
She is hot, dude. I'm not gonna lie, she's hot. Anyway, so she basically cheated on Oogie Mane with up and coming Atlanta. I don't know exactly how to describe him, but he's a rapper named Teezus who's coming up. He's signed to Young Thug. He is very popular, but it stands out to me that I don't think he buys views, and I feel like he's compared against a lot of people who do buy views. So his views don't look that crazy, but I do think that he's like getting big like very quickly. He's got a lot of quote unquote aura about him, I would say.
An organic fan base is brewing.
People are very, very intrigued by this Teezus guy, right? And so anyway, somehow they hack I Love Kimchi's Instagram and they find a selfie that she took of herself with Teezus' nut on her face that was apparently taken while she was in a relationship with Oogie Mane. Now, you could imagine that was probably pretty upsetting for Oogie Mane to know that this very lit rapper, that it was open that they had hung out. I guess she's a producer as well. Mm-hmm. She had been around Teezus. That much is well known. But the fact that he had fucked her and came on her face, which, by the way, just the fact of like regular girls getting their faces nut on, that's so sick. That's just like,
it definitely happens in the wild.
I know it happens in the wild, but I just sometimes I forget that like regular people do this. And the fact that she even took a selfie, that's such a porn thing.
It's you people's fault, yeah.
Yeah, like girls in porn, always you take a nut on their face. Boom.
You guys have brainwashed everybody.
I mean, the fact that she did it, she is 24,
right? Like she's young. Like,
does she have like real nudes?
All the young hoes is lit like that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They just like us. They grew up on porn and shit.
Yeah,
they're freaked out.
Lit as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
It just makes me think so different of her, knowing that she wants come to be on her face from Teezus and that then she's going to take a selfie with it, like similar to the way that I felt when Astrid told us that she loves to eat every guy's ass that will let her. That just made me think of her as
shout out to the homegirl,
a grimy bitch, like in a
yeah, you respect her game.
Yeah, it's not like I'm not hating on you. I think it's hot, man. Like I'm a porn guy, I'm a horny dude. So anyways, just the fact that she like took a selfie with Teezus' nut is pretty sick in my opinion. But that's been going crazy. Basically, like so then Teezus put out a diss song where he like basically like talks about all this and he clowns Oogie Mane a little bit. And when he was asked why he clowned Oogie Mane, her boyfriend, because what did he do? He didn't do anything wrong.
You already got the ups on him.
Yeah. He said the only reason he clowned him was because she told Teezus that he beat her.
Oh.
So then she puts out a statement on Twitter and says, okay, I lied. He didn't beat me. But then she secretly records a fucking conversation with him in which she accuses him of beating her, Oogie Mane, and basically like he doesn't deny it. He doesn't like say, no, that's not what happened. He allows her to kind of say that. And like, he basically says like, I never like really hurt you, or like, kind of like
the shit I did wasn't that bad.
Right. Because I mean, obviously there's levels to hitting a bitch.
Yeah.
There's hitting her on 10.
There's
and then there's like
over the
a
head
smack
with
or
a frying pan while they're asleep.
Yeah, but now we're not looking at Teezus like a total scumbag though, because foul play is foul play.
I don't think anybody was
face got busted on.
But was anyone looking at him like a scumbag? I think the whole narrative has been she's a whore, Oogie Mane's an involuntary cuck / simp. And then Teezus
Is the
really,
coolest guy in the world, honestly.
He's the cool
Yeah.
rapper that is fucking somebody else's girl. I mean, if you really listen to what rappers talk about, it's like one of the main things they talk about is fucking other people's girls.
But he decided to defend it by, saying, "Oh, I only dissed him because he hits women."
Is that dirty macking to talk shit about the girl's ex, even if he beat on her?
No.
Like if you're like, yeah, fuck him.
I think he's maybe using that-
If you take
That's dirty
if you
macking.
take somebody's girl and they were in the wrong about some shit, then that's like.
But
fair
you're still
play.
speaking on another dude to gain favor with a woman, which is textbook dirty macking.
If I fuck King Yella's girl and she tells me that he beats her and I'm a rapper, yeah, that could easily make its way into the rap or the social media posts surrounding that rap, right?
I can definitely see
not?
that. I mean, you're gonna use whatever you can use.
Because it's kinda
especially if
dirty
it's-
macking,
It's
like
not snitching to be
Right.
like, yo, you abuse women.
It's
Nah,
just
it's
like,
chill.
but it's like what they would say falls under the category like dick and pussy shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the shit they was going through. Obviously, this girl said she was lying, so it's like.
shit.
But if he was so
But
adamant,
then you're listening to
but
the
because-
bitch, and then you
but
don't
if
got
he
the
was-
whole side of
But
the
we
story.
said Teezus had the high ground. He already busted on Shorty's
For
face,
sure.
and then he's bleeding the situation. When you're already the ored out rapper, you could just be like, "Oh yeah, just another hoe."
Now he's
Like,
Captain Save-A-Ho,
type
super
shit.
savior. He saved her from abusive relationship and
But
nutted
clearly
on her
the
face.
fan base was giving him shit. Like, we don't engage in that. Like a dude just cracking another dude's chick or whatever. We're not going to give him shit. But these soft ass fan bases are
There's
like,
no way.
Jesus, you're dude. I'm telling you, that's
But
if
got
he was-
no backlash
If he
from
was
this.
so
I did not
adamant
see
about
that.
bleeding him on the DV stuff, why'd he wait until this whole thing popped off to reveal it? Because I'm pretty sure he knew before.
it's like-
He was
it's
keeping
like-
the secret about the fact that he fucked her because,
he's
you know,
Nobody knew.
yeah, he fucked her, but he's not trying
Just
to
keeping
like
it
ruin
peak.
the relationship.
Got it.
And also, like, I'm pretty sure that when Oogie Man said we've been broken up for a while, that was a lie. Because then she drops the video of them like looking very comfortable together in the back area of a house, like seeming like this is the house. Like, and apparently they live together and still live together
that's
after
tough.
all this. But look, Teezus, Oogie Mane, diss. Nobody's judging this motherfucker. Is this it? 7 days ago? Be with them. Wow, that's a high like percentage. It has almost a 10% like percentage. He trying to ignore it. I recognize that yam anywhere. Fuck Lil Baby do. Tech with a baby entrance. I feel like I don't even understand. I don't understand his lore enough to understand these comments.
Yeah.
Talking about protect.
We're not going to see the like backlash on his YouTube comments. I'm talking about people just commenting on it in the ether, Twitter, and all that.
Yeah, I just didn't see any
Spaces.
backlash. It was all like Oogie Man got cucked, pretty much, was the
All right, but
discourse I
here's the
saw.
thing. Teezus is a beloved rapper. Oogie Mane, I would say, is like a relatively respected producer, but like as a producer, it's a lot harder to become like beloved. You know?
Especially a part of like a beloved producer collective.
Yeah,
Where it's like
and,
you're-
and,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
Oogie Mane has had like, you know, a good image over the years. It's not like you've really heard so much like negativity about him or anything like that, but I don't believe that any significant percentage of the Rolling Loud crowd is like thinking any less of Teezus because he fucked somebody's girl.
No, of course
Nah.
not. No.
Who gives a
And that girl on the radar seemed more like she's going with the lit rapper than the lit
Yeah.
producer. You know, definitely the vibe she was giving off.
I mean, if you're a producer and you got a young hoe in the game, it's kind of like crazy to think that she's gonna be yours. Like
And
this
loyal.
is a classic story that we've seen with famous rapper chicks getting hit by other famous rappers, and we know she's dating this producer. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen it before.
Yeah, it's just your turn, my
notably,
boy.
Ice Spice and Riot, right? Like she was definitely messing around with TJ or whatever when he was basically
Putting
cracking
her on.
career off.
Yeah.
You know, but like
All right, so let's
just the game.
Let's put it in like different. Like let's do a pod analogy. Let's say that Ricky, who's the closest thing that we have to a Teezus here,
Pretty
Ricky fucked Mac Wop's girl. Do you think like what would be the biggest narrative? I don't even know if Mac Wop has a girl, so I have
He does.
I'm not trying to diss him. I'm just picking him as like a
Hypothetical.
random because like Oogie Mane's a producer. So in that way, well, but he's like a well-known producer, so he is like a public figure. But like, do you think the loudest thing? Well, number one, if he has a girl, she's not like famous like that. I don't think. So I don't feel like the majority of it would be like going at her. I feel like it would mostly be like, yo, Ricky's the man.
Yeah, he would get
Not Ricky's a piece of shit for doing that.
He would be looked at favorably.
But I don't know, man. Because in order for the analogy to work, Magwab's girl would need to be like a very public, like, you know, I don't want to say like slut, but like, you know, that's certainly like the image that she's putting out is that she's like a bop, you know?
She has sex appeal. She's pushing that line for sure.
Oh, no.
I'm sure there's
somebody else's girl is a weird.
She just seems like she has a low level of respect for him. Because it's one thing to cheat. That's fucked up enough. But to be like leaving evidence that you know anything could happen with these pictures, they can fall into the wrong hands. It's just like, that's a lower level of respect.
Nobody's
for who
expecting
you're
to
cheating
get their iCloud hacked.
It's
she
like
got
that
hacked.
meme though,
She
where
didn't
it's like that meme where they tell you don't take a girl back that cheats on you because it fell out at some point and she put it back in. It's just like that, bro. Like at the
Yeah,
end
or
of
she
the
like
day,
slapped it on her face.
yeah,
or
like
something.
obviously you come on your face is like extreme as fuck. But if I'm coming on her face, obviously she likes this shit. Somebody else at some point in time has either come on her face or is gonna.
Well,
come
that's
on
the
her
weird
face.
thing is that guys want to like believe that their girl cheated, but believe that that she didn't like it.
Right. Or
That's
was
so
just one,
retarded.
or it was just once.
Like she just did this,
Yeah.
and somehow she hated it so much.
She was out of her mind and just did this.
You
and,
gotta
know, now
imagine
she's
your
good.
bitch getting her back blown
Bro,
out.
that is the mental torment.
Absolutely destroyed. It's the only way that
That's
you
the
won't
mental
go back.
torment that I'm talking
You
about.
go
I
back
went
and
through
hit
that
once
shit.
or twice.
But then at the same time, you know, I mean, I feel like I know from just talking to girls that like probably 95, maybe 90, if I want to be generous, % of sexual experiences are not really pleasurable for the girl.
They're not like hitting the spot.
Shit.
I feel like from talking to women that they would probably, and granted I'm talking to porn stars, so they have like a higher standard. Once you get dick down with a 12-incher, you maybe
They're
are like,
freaked out.
yeah. But I just feel like, and honestly, I feel like that kind of probably aligns with like my life as a civilian as well. I feel like the vast majority of times that girls have sex for the first time is not really that pleasurable. They definitely don't orgasm on average. That's like documented. Women don't orgasm 90% plus of the time on the first time.
Has that always been the case, or do you think it's just because women are like flicking the bean way more now, and they have like tools and
Desensitizing,
roses,
yeah.
and like I've heard of the desensitization. You know,
There's just
I
some
would
girls
assume that
though.
plays a role.
There's just some girls that can't come from penetration though. Like I feel like that's the real war between women is the clit comers and the women that can get fucked and come.
yeah,
You know, the women that can get fucked and come, they look down on the clit comers like you're missing out on life.
they need like a bunch of different contraptions.
Yeah, like you
to get
need
it
a
cracking.
fucking toy. I just need to get hammered for 5 minutes and I'm
All the way
you
there.
feel me? Yeah, it's shaking
Yeah,
in
W
ecstasy.
them.
Yeah, those are
Every-
my preferences.
Every vagina is its own like puzzle that you have to figure out.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I always feel like my most enjoyable time is like the third time. Like I'm not a hit it and quit it type of guy. I like to come back
More
around.
of a
spin the
Josh.
block.
Right.
Yeah, I got a little bit of
Well,
Josh.
lay up.
I like to,
Lay up in
I
that
like
thing.
to collect them. I'm not gonna lie. I do like to collect them. The homies be getting at me about that. One time, this communal chick was cooking for me, and they didn't like that at all.
I'm gonna
Communal chick.
I'm gonna be gay and go do a FaceTime with my kid because she really wants to see me for a second.
For sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
it's all good.
We'll keep it
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah,
We'll keep it
appreciate you,
rolling,
brother, man.
Should we get into the
let's
Rick
get into
Ross
because I
album,
know
or
Adam
should we
didn't
wait
listen
on
to this
that?
Ross
The Rick
album?
Ross
So let's get
album?
into it. Yeah,
All right, let's get into the Rick Ross
it.
album.
Right.
So Rick Ross drops a new album and flops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Rick
this is
Ross
crazy.
first day streams amounted to 1.8 million, which equals 1,220 albums sold roughly. Also, yeah, what you guys think of the album?
I actually really
I got
liked
some
the album.
notes.
I had to do I got some notes too. I think he hit it out. I think he did his thing. 15 out of 18 records. There was a couple I didn't care for.
There's 19.
19. So 15 out of 19. I think that he killed it. A couple of the standouts. I like the record with T.I. Mahogany Casket. I like Camel Meat.
Camel Meat was good. I liked Camel Meat, but that T.I. song was some unk ass shit. You didn't? You like that beat? You was talking about how the beat.
Some of his beats were not as exquisite as he normally picks out, but on a second listen, when I went back and listened to it a little bit more objectively, you know what I'm saying? Even with the Maybach Music 7, I didn't love
was
the
great.
beat for that, but I love the
Don
record.
Toliver killed that.
Right.
He needed Don on there to
One
to
of
get it cracking.
one of my favorite joints was number 14, to Do It One Time with Young Breed and DJ Nasty. He had Luke on there. there.
14, you're talking
Yeah.
about Remarkable?
Yeah.
The Remarkable Hustle. It was like a Nipsey tribute.
No, not that one, but I'll tell you.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I like that record
I think
too.
that was 14.
No, I'm talking about like one of the last records. It was called "Do It One More Time."
Oh, yeah,
He had Luke
18.
on it.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
joint.
didn't like that.
You
I
like
felt
that
like
one?
he didn't execute on that Florida style, like how like those artists in that vein do that style.
I thought it was kind of dope, and it was cool seeing him get out of his pocket a little bit.
I know that's
This is one thing that we kind of hit like we were listening to it at the same time. So remember months ago when all the stuff happened with Gucci and we were talking about like how can we listen to his music the same? The first line he says when he comes on was, "Since I was young, I made a vow to never tell." And it was just like,
the first bar Gucci uttered was, "I took an oath when I was young, and that I never
Gucci.
tell."
It's like
Never.
It's hard to listen to him the same, and I'm the one that hates this for him the most. But the music, the tough shit. You have to, if you're gonna survive in music, you're gonna have to switch it up and rap about other things.
But do you think that's an old verse before this shiesty shit went down?
I feel like it had to be.
Had to be, right? He wouldn't be that bold.
I think it. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. But
I feel like it had to be an old verse.
And Rick Ross had actually referenced the Pooh Shiesty thing on one of the songs. He was like, "End up like Pooh Shiesty." He said something on one of the records.
And did you hear him say something about like they ain't think I was street because I had a job, like I had some job,
The
like
CO thing?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
CO
yeah.
thing he was addressing. So
And
maybe he was just like, shit, they give me the CO shit, they giving you the snitch shit.
Right.
Let's make this Big Fish song.
Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, is this literally the biggest cap record that we've ever heard in hip hop?
It was
Like two cappers just going cap for cap.
Yeah, you feel me? I took an oath when I was young, said I would never tell. A big fish in a small pond, I'm a killer whale. Ain't nobody in your clique safe if you dissing me. Oh, is you dissing me? I want the money, but these niggas want publicity. I used to pour out half a pint in a 2-liter. I
did do
just
that.
spent like $2 million on a 2-seater.
He probably did that.
I took the winter off to chill, my money hibernating. Talking, yeah. So I feel like
It was
he's
just
kind
that
of
bar, but he was
addressing
Right.
the Pooh Shiesty situation there. What
I
did he
just don't
say? He
feel-
said,
There's no way he could be
"I
addressing it.
want money, but these niggas want publicity."
right?
I don't
It seems
know.
kind of general Gucci bars with the lean bar and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It's just tough to get into it because we used to believe everything Gucci said. He was the boogeyman. Now it's like, nigga,
Yeah.
man.
Even the Kodak verse, I don't think saved that song. That he was on Diamonds Never Die.
I was fucking with
It's
the
just
Kodak
like,
verse.
I fuck with the verse, but it didn't save the beat or just the overall vibe of the song. I didn't like it. Remarkable Hustle, the Nipsey Hussle tribute is
I
kind of
fuck
like
with that.
pandery. It's like he got me. I got chills with the Nipsey Hussle,
Right.
playing. But then as he got into the song, he said, marathon continues. All great, amazing.
Right.
But as the song goes on, it's like this isn't a great song.
What I didn't like, and maybe you could pull up the lyrics on this. I did not like when he dissed one of the greatest entertainers that has ever touched the screen.
We got it right here.
I
Yeah.
got it right there.
So he said, "I'm walking off on you goofy niggas that act funny. All you DC young flies get one time. Hopping Bob ass nigga don't cross the gun line." I ain't with none of that.
Can we
man.
see DC responding?
Yeah,
Can we
DC
click on this link right
responded.
here?
We just have to-
You're right. You're right next to the mouse.
I think you could get it cracking with the mouse.
Is it gonna be displaying, Nathan, if I click on this?
Yeah, you got it. We just have to fast forward like 15 seconds because he listens to the song for 15 seconds and then he, you feel me, responds.
I don't think we can.
Oh, we
control
can't?
the
Okay,
reel,
just
but
leave
we
it
can
muted
just-
so
Okay.
they don't demonetize us.
Yeah, he's playing the disc.
Yeah, he's playing the disc, he's listening to it, and it's like 15 seconds in, he's like, damn.
I think you're almost there.
You're almost
go ahead, go now.
Yeah, right there.
Well, damn, fat boy. Well, damn, fat boy. How you feel? Hey. Ah! Should I wake up? Are they trying to wake me up? Nah, I ain't gonna wake up. Hey, boy. Hey, y'all go get that album, gang. Go get that album, gang. Go get that album.
Yeah, so
hit the Ricky.
Muted,
Oh, my bad, my
okay,
bad.
Got it.
Classy response from a classy young man. I like the response. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if DC get on his bullshit and get to roasting Ricky, it's going to be a long day. And I know that he got the roast for him. So, and he be rapping too. So I feel like he got the bars as
Roasting
well.
Ricky?
No.
Ricky Rose.
He was
Ricky
telling
Rose.
me,
Yeah. Rose.
I want to know, what are the Drake disses? Because I asked both of y'all, did you listen to this and hear anything that was direct shot?
I'm sure they're in there. I just didn't catch it.
I didn't catch any because I was like more listening, like, you know, to the production.
If I liked the song or not.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for like the intricacies. I probably have to hear that on a different listen. But did you find any?
I didn't find any. And the DC Young Fly shit though. It made me think of when Ross walked off their podcast.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
So that's what he's. But why? He felt like they're bringing in.
Let me tell you what happened. So basically, Rick Ross had went on their podcast. Shout out to 85 South, Chico Bean, Carlos, and DC Young Fly, and Clayton English. So they got their podcast that they do, right? And they got an extended family. So Ross came on to the show, and then he walked off. I think he said he had to use the bathroom or something, and he just never came back. And so they finished the podcast, didn't say much about it. But then I believe when Breakfast Club was on, when 85 South was on Breakfast Club, DC Young Fly had brought it up. Like, yeah, man, he left and he had kind of brought it up like, man, like, you know, we didn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what had sparked it up. And now I think this is Ross's response to that. And you know, and I look at it like this, like, nah, bro, like if you do somebody's podcast, that is unprofessional to just walk off, not even tell them you're leaving. And apparently he had left to go do somebody else's podcast. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it might have been a white person's podcast. Like, don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I have to watch like the end, like were they getting into a topic he wasn't feeling or something?
No, he just everything was fine, and he just was like, hold on, give me 1 second, and then just walked off and just didn't come back.
That's disrespectful.
It was a funny meme though. Like they laughed it off, the culture laughed it off. They were all like, what happened? You know, Ross said some fly ass shit, like I had to handle some business, and it was cool. Right. But then Ross started calling himself like fake mad that they kept talking about it. Like he was like, y'all gotta just move on from that shit. You feel me?
Like I gave you a moment, just rock it out.
like I gave you 15 minutes or whatever. That's all you get from Rose. You should be happy. He was doing shit like that, right? So now he has these bars on this album for him, but it just kind of seems like low-hanging fruit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very disappointed that he's not going back and forth with Drake. And I did Google it, and they said the only maybe slight reference to Drake is on Camel Meat, where it says, hope you wrote a few rhymes, heard your opening lines, basically mocking him, saying like, you got writers, I hope you wrote some of that shit on Iceman. But they said the real target is actually Jay-Z.
He's targeting Jay-Z? On
Ring Around the Rose. Holy, all these dudes is on the Epstein list, which says that they say that that's a direct dig at Jay-Z. I don't know how else he finishes that.
Yeah, I remember that line too. I don't think that he would. I don't think he would ever go at.
I don't think he would go at Jay-Z. I think that's fan.
You got to stretch before you reach.
Well, because that's what Drake dissed Jay-Z with. So they're just thinking anybody who brings up the rap and Epstein, it's like Jay-Z's the only one that's like high profile enough to be included in there.
Does he go at it with Pusha?
Ross?
Yeah.
On here?
Were they beefing?
In general.
No, I don't think they've ever had any issues.
I think so, but
not to my knowledge.
I'm not sure. But yeah, what do you think about Ross just flopping though? Just coming out and just
the flop is crazy because I thought the album was quality. What I do think it might have been lacking though is that big single, that big record, because and that was kind of like one of the ones I didn't love on the album was the joint with Max B. You know, that's the kind of like the radio joint. I feel like
I didn't love that either. Max B. I mean, I get that he does the off-key singing, but just it wasn't hitting on that for nothing on there.
And so I don't know. I just feel like overall, I feel like it was a good body of work. But I mean, just the fact that they said that he sold 1,200 hard units in the first week is crazy.
Yeah, it was 5 for 19 for me. It was like it sounded super dated, bro.
Not first week.
First day.
First day.
Only had like 1.8
But it's because we were talking about Future's first day the other day. That's why.
Yeah, and I can't believe we're talking about Future. Like, is this potentially a flop for him? Like, bro, this is what a flop looks like.
And every beat is like, there was a couple like vintage Ross sounding songs which were good, like, but maybe 3 out of 19. The rest of them were like, sounded like unk-ass beats, like just who the
throwback stuff. Like this is the record with Dream. Like it felt.
I like the Dream record more than
I felt
other
like it was
ones,
real throwbacky.
It definitely was.
How are you so big-headed though that you think you're above dissing Drake on this album after he gave you one of the craziest bars and everyone highlighted it? You guys have been going at it for 2 fucking years.
He really didn't diss Drake?
He didn't.
I didn't hear any.
I didn't hear nothing that stood out.
That feels like a waste of opportunity.
Yeah, that's an insult to your audience.
But are these just
But he
old
dissed
songs
DC
then?
Young Fly.
Why did he diss DC Young Fly?
Because he had walked out on their podcast and DC had said something about it, and so because he said something about it, he responded to DC.
I mean, walking out on somebody's podcast is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's real
Yeah, I
as
think
hell.
it's fair for DC to discuss that and not have to get pissed
he
on
wasn't
the
like
song.
But yeah,
bleeding.
he made light of it. DC
Right.
made light of it. All of them, they carried it well. Like they weren't on some like, all right, I know we funny, but let's get serious.
No,
as
yeah,
fuck,
they
Rose.
laughed it off.
To tell a nigga not to
But he
cross a
obviously
gun
felt
line,
some type of
to
way.
tell a nigga to not cross a gun line is a little extreme.
I mean, it's a bar. I mean, we're not gonna act like Rick. You know, what if Rick Ross shot DC Young Fly? Would you spin the block for him?
Listen, I'm spinning. I gotta go. That's
I love
DC's
that.
my guy,
The
man.
greatest artist of our
spinning.
generation.
Come on now, we know it.
He's
We
gonna
know it.
sneak in to assassinate Rick Ross, but before he kills him, he's gonna glaze him. Ross, you've done so much. for this
Teflon
whole
down
time.
with
I love
got me
Devil
through
in a
some
New
dark
Dress.
times.
I saw a funny ass clip. I'm about to break the T-Rail seal for the week. I see a clip of DC Young Fly saying hi to T-Rail and AD, and it's like he's saying what up to AD, and he seems like he knows AD, and then he like is saying to T-Rail, and he just goes, "You troublemaker," like AKA like I don't remember your name, but like,
yeah. But like I've been around you a couple times. I remember your personality,
Crazy
but not your name, for sure.
I've had rappers do that to me before too. They'd be like, "Hey, you always starting shit," and I'm kind of like, "I already know you're saying that because you don't remember my name.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty obvious what you're doing right here, bro."
You're just saying like the one thing you remember about him.
I've learned that with people. That's why, like, when I see people, I just say, "Good to see you again," because I've introduced myself to people that apparently that I've known.
I've
It's
done that
so
for sure.
embarrassing.
I did that, like,
Yeah.
They're like, "Bro, you know me from da da."
They get so offended too. It's like,
sorry.
bro, I don't remember everybody. So some people don't remember me. It's okay.
Bro, when we were doing that 20 verse 1, this dude like came up to me and told me that he paid me to go to a house party in Stonersville, California. And I'm just like, nobody has ever paid me to go to a house party, and I've never been to a place called Stonerville because I would know. Like,
Yeah,
I would
for
just
sure.
remember. That's a funny name.
I got paid to go party in Stonerville.
And I'm just like, I'm like telling the guy, I'm like, I don't think so, man. Like, he's like, we paid you 10 bands to go to a house party. I'm just thinking, I'm like, there's no way.
There's no.
Yeah,
There's
you remember
no
something
way.
like
He
that.
got scammed or something.
Bruh, I've never got paid to go to a house party. 10 bands to go to a house party sounds amazing. I would love to do that.
What if they
Like,
did
who
it
wouldn't
today?
do that?
Like we want Adam today.
10
to
bands,
come.
I'm stoner. And then I looked it up, and Stonersville is not even like a real place.
What the fuck
was
is up with
making
this
it all
dude? He's
up.
run into a crackhead?
all
I
up.
don't know.
I mean, I could look it up further, but is there a place called Stonersville?
Yeah, it's like another city's like nicknamed Stonerville.
Oh, wait. It's in Pennsylvania. For sure,
PA.
this is not what he was talking about. I don't think. There's no way that I would have gone to a house party in Pennsylvania. Like me not remembering that is even more far fetched than me not remembering going to a house party out here.
What about the
Out
party
here
at
is
Stonerville
plausible.
Hotel?
Pennsylvania is, even though I have spent a good amount of time in Pennsylvania,
Maybe it was in your
no
olden
house
days.
parties. Like I've been to plenty of house parties here.
Was
I
it,
have never been. I don't think I've been to a house party in Pennsylvania.
was it the white dude that kind of looked like he was like low key a drug
No, I was a
lord?
black guy. It was one of the death row guys.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the
He was
hell?
like with the death row like media team, which that in and of itself deserves some examination.
Stonerville has to be like some building or something that they had or something. There's no
So-
way he's talking about the Pennsylvania.
How did it end up after he brought it to you? You guys were just like, "Oh well,
It
all
was
right."
awkward because I kept telling him like, I don't think so, man.
And he was like insisting on it, like, bro.
yes, he kept saying like, nah, you did, bro. Like I met and like obviously this guy's telling me that he's met me and hung out with me, and I don't remember. I've been in the game for 10 years, and like things that happened 10 years ago, you seriously think I'm gonna remember them? Like, no, that's not happening. But also, I don't need 10 years. I can forget about your ass almost immediately. Like this is like something I'm really, really good at, is like meeting people and not remembering them. But I don't know. I'm just still
Especially
like,
during the Xan era, you know, when people run up to you, it's like, bro, I don't remember
Bro.
a couple years of my life.
if you haven't seen someone in 10 years, you might as well just say nice to meet you.
Right, because you don't know shit. That's
Unless I
going
went to
on.
like elementary school with him for a long time or something, I might remember.
Yeah,
him.
it was like a good story.
Yeah.
I did it to Pusha T, and I felt so cringe because I met Pusha T like maybe a year ago, like real spur of the moment in the airport, and I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you, man." Or he said like, "Nice to meet you," and I was like, "Oh, I met you before," and I like without thinking about it, and I started telling him about meeting him outside a show like 20 years ago.
And then you became that fan that like
Yes.
you hate that's coming up to you doing that.
But I caught myself immediately and was like, why are you saying this? Like, you fucking moron. Like, you're that guy. Like, you don't need to tell him that you met him outside a show 20 years ago.
Everybody
He's
gets
famous.
fan brain for somebody, you know. Everybody
You know?
goes fan brain.
I feel like such a loser.
Turn into a lizard for your
And
favorite
I do.
people.
I have the photo in my phone now. But at that time, I couldn't find it. I didn't like try to show it to him.
I know, you're just like,
that
wait,
would've been
wait
worse.
here, push
Hold
it
on,
out,
I got a
please.
picture.
That would have been the really bad thing.
See, I did meet you.
Yeah. No, hold on. Just like 20 minutes later, and then find him again at his gate.
Bro.
I told you.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the Taco Bell shit? The Taco Bell diarrhea story?
Lettuce is bad.
Yo, and
Dude.
there's a bunch of I think it's in I think it was in Stuff to React to. We've been
I
trying to
threw out a
organize our
lot
stuff.
of Taylor Farms lettuce recently. Do we do this or we do the Tate Bros though? Like
The
this
Tate
is-
Bros did get arrested.
This is a long
Do the
time
Tate Bros.
coming. Not
Yeah,
to
let's
just
do Tate
switch
Bros.
topics hard, but like,
Stay away from Taco Bell, everybody. It's causing a explosive diarrhea parasite.
case of
dude,
the
I'm on
poops.
Trap Lord's YouTube like constantly now because he's giving out updates like by the
The
hour.
Tate Bros, the updates.
Oh, dude,
There goes
he's
right there. Oh.
Fucking getting them out.
Yeah, Andrew and Tristan.
He's going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, do you guys look into this? I mean, basically, there was like a huge Blockbuster article that came out a couple of months ago that I feel like was probably like based on a lot of the reporting that got them locked up this time. But I will read it. You guys didn't do this on the news?
No,
Nah, we didn't get around to it.
Andrew and Tristan Tate have been arrested in Miami just before Andrew was set to co-host a bare knuckle boxing event. The Tates were taken into custody Saturday afternoon outside the James L. Knight Center, an event space in the downtown area of South Florida City, where IBA Bare Knuckle 6 is set to go down. Law enforcement sources confirmed their arrest by U.S. Marshals. The charges are not known at the time. Why would someone link an old-ass article? The charges are known at this time, and it's basically sex trafficking and rape. And what I really learned from reading that article is that there are a lot of Andrew Tate rape accusers that have really been documenting this shit for a long time. It's basically like fleshed out well enough that you could pretty much just say, yeah, I believe that he's a monster.
Yeah, the handbook he made where it's like how to
some
traffic
wild
girls
shit.
pretty much. That was tough already. And then to follow it up with
But they
it seems
tried-
like
they
30 plus
tried-
accusers or
They
something.
tried to take him to trial, right, in Romania before, and I guess it just didn't.
Imagine
they
a
didn't
Romanian
prosecute
court,
him.
though, you know what
but
I
it was
mean?
going on for a couple years, so they were
Yeah.
trying to get him. So
It was in that prison.
I think they got Trump to allow them to be released early from detainment or some shit, right? Like they really leaned on using the Trump connection to try to get the best, most beneficial terms that they could. Like that's why they're in America, because they like don't want to have to deal with all the different shit that's going on in Europe and everything like that, you know?
Is there any chance that he steps in here as well?
I don't think.
Or it's just too egregious for him to
I don't think he
come through.
Like that's like the one thing that we haven't seen Trump be willing to do is like pardon or speak out on behalf of any murderers or rapists.
No sex crimes. Yeah, no
It's too big of a
murderers.
government as well. Our relations are too good with the UK to deny them.
Well,
someone
murderers
that they
maybe, but
want
not
to.
sex crimes. Because he did release that drug pen. He pardoned that drug pen, I'm pretty sure. And he was definitely had some people smoked for sure.
Nah, but our governments have too good of a relationship to deny extradition. Like, we're going to allow him to go face his, accusers in another Western country. Doesn't make any sense to be like, no, hands off this American when he's also a UK citizen.
He looked pretty shocked though, like he wasn't expecting that shit at all. So he
No,
probably didn't think that he was going to get extradited at all.
Usually you're not expecting it when the feds come and arrest you outside of a boxing event.
I would be shocked.
Doughboy always with the most useful news you can use. He was shocked, which tells me a lot.
He might be innocent, guys. He was shocked when he got
Didn't
arrested.
see this coming.
An innocent person would really be like more shocked.
True. Like, oh my God. How could this happen?
When you watch the interrogations for the murders that I'm currently addicted to, that's one thing that is a real giveaway is when they find out that somebody died and they don't give a fuck. When they like absolutely are not
Just
surprised
stone face,
or
yeah.
don't really care that much or like don't have a bunch of follow-up questions about the person dying, that's when you're like, you have really not considered how an innocent person would act in this moment.
How you're portraying
Going to
is not
sleep
what you
and shit.
think.
Dude, I always just wonder what's going on in people's minds in that scenario. Like, it's just so much information. You're in the worst possible place. They basically have you apprehended.
Well, the crazy thing about it is how people are so used to their comforts of like their apartment, their bed, their safety of their home. And then when they just get hit with that reality of like, no, you're under arrest and you're going to be in the county jail
and not just for a little bit, but maybe for years. And a lot of times they just ask over and over, like, what do I need to do to go home and sleep in my bed tonight? And it's like, no. There's nothing that is going to get you into
They're
that
like, we
position.
got him. We're going to keep him for 12 more hours in this interrogation room. He's going to tell us everything if he's saying that.
But think of, like, that's the whole thing, is that you need to always keep a little bit of that memory in your mind, is how lucky you are to have an apartment and your freedom. Because think about how you would feel about your apartment at that moment that you realize you're going to spend at least like the next 6 months in jail. Like that feeling right there, and that dissonance between them having spent all these years sleeping in their own bed and then realizing that now they're sleeping in a jail, and like, just, it's so hard for them to accept that. And you want to jump through the screen and say, yeah, that's what happens when you kill people, you fucking moron. But
and not saying that our friend is guilty, but something that was ringing in my head and replaying is we potted with Aunt Hefe about a week before he got arrested, and he goes, man, y'all don't want to go to prison or jail. If you want to simulate going to prison or jail, spend 24 hours in your bathroom and see how you feel. That is how much room you got, is just your and then he goes to jail. And he was talking about, I just got a new spot. I got plenty of room. And then I'm just thinking of like, bro, he is sitting in a room the size of a bathroom. Bro.
Think about all the things that you take for granted, like, just being able to walk outside and just like walk the dog, breathe in the fresh
feel
air,
the sun on your skin,
smoke a blunt, go to the 7-Eleven, and like the 7-Eleven that we all currently are so jaded by, and you feel like no sense of joy when you walk into 7-Eleven. Think about how amazing 7-Eleven would feel.
Like one day you guys could go to 7-Eleven, they would fucking go insane.
The greatest thing ever. You got 100 different candy bars to pick from.
1,000 different chips.
type of juices.
Yeah. Oh, you want a drink that's going to give you more energy? I've got 300 of them.
The type of spread they could make in there.
The weird bum that's staring you down outside isn't your op, your mortal enemy op, and you done down some fools from his.
You're like dapping him up.
It's just like the most harmless guy in the world. Yeah, you like
hella happy.
It's just a guy on fentanyl. Oh,
not to be like that super corny guy, but I be telling people this shit in my life all the fucking time. Like, especially if I'm like messing with a chick or whatever, and she's just complaining about her life. I'm like, bro, you live on the west side of Los Angeles. Right. Like, you have all the fucking privilege in the world, and you act like the shit that you're going through is really that serious?
Me and my girl constantly run into that, because she will complain about things from like LA wise, and I'll just be like, I'm from New Hampshire. Like, I moved here for all these things that you think are like really, really bad, that like you have to see a bum when you get off the freeway. Like, you think that's a big deal. Like, you're fucking insane.
Come really to Sacramento and I'll show you some things.
Really
the homeless people are getting,
when people get on that.
They're getting more creative with how they ask you for the food now. It's not just on the corner now. I went to Taco Bell coincidentally, and now they'll stand by the speaker and ask you to just get them some food.
No, for sure. I've seen that.
And you'll feel like a fat ass if you don't. Just like, I ain't got it. Let me get 6 tacos. I
don't even look at them.
You order some fat shit, and then they just asking for a taco.
Jack in the Box, I'll hit them with 2 tacos.
If I got change, like I put bills and shit in my center console, I'll just grab some and give them some. If I feel bad for them, I don't give it to white people though.
I haven't
no
had
white
change in 10 years. I haven't had cash in so long, and now I can use my phone. I still use my debit card. Sometimes like people look at me like I'm kind of old school. I still use my card.
Yeah, I got
my thing is like I just buy flowers off the Mexican ladies every time I see them.
Y'all just spending money.
I be wanting to hit the little fucking fruit stands, but I just think about how dirty they must be.
No, they be cool. I be in at a couple. When we went on the hike, we went to one. That's pretty fire.
I eat street meat.
How hard is it to clean fruit? It's like water.
Right. I think it's harder to make it dirty than it is to clean.
The stations, like just in general, like
I get that.
If they're not like really going, I used to work at Starbucks, bro. You have to disassemble everything every fucking day. Clean the fucking, like, I don't know. My head's a little weird.
The fruit lady is standing on the corner of a busy intersection a lot of times, and like cars are having emissions that are probably getting on the fruit and everything. But
yeah, I don't like to push that narrative, because I did read an article about the taco stands and the carcinogens in the meat from the fucking fumes from the cars driving by and shit. And I was like,
so you read an article about that, and that was the conclusion that
it's pretty toxic. Yeah, the carcinogen levels were like much times higher than just going into to a spot and getting it. If they're on like a busy road where cars are driving and they're right on the sidewalk or something.
Y'all ain't never came out the club though and got like a bacon wrap hot dog?
Of course,
For sure, yeah. But when you're drunk, I feel like your immune system gets boosted. Like you can eat bullshit and you won't get a parasite.
Like, that's different because they're cooking it.
Hot food,
So it's like the exhaust from my car is being burned off, presumably by the grill.
Yeah.
And also, like, I feel like, well, no, they do just have that shit out for like hours on end.
Yeah, the bacon it might get you. You know, bacon sitting. You know what I'm saying?
But a good thing about the fruit thing, though, they normally have it like within like a little compactor,
and it has ice under it. They have hella ice under it.
Dude, another tidbit: never go to like a gym or a spa and they have that little rinkety like water dispenser thing. Don't ever fucking drink out of those. You're out of your mind.
It's like gunk and rust
because
all
it's
inside of
just
them.
like, it's so hard to clean. The ones where they put the little mint and lemon and stuff, bro. Like you have to rely on some 17-year-old who actually wants to clean this every day.
Damn, all the nozzles and shit. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I
Give
didn't
me
drink out
filtered
them
water
shits.
any day.
I drink out water fountains. I
That.
trust water fountains for some reason, even in the park.
That's good.
I drink out of
No, they're
water.
dirty
That's
as
normal.
fuck, but you probably won't get sick.
If you got to do it, I've never got sick off one. Like, because like it has occurred to me, like a bum could have came up to this water fountain and took a little piece of his shit or dog shit or anything really, and just took it and just mashed it all on that water thing, and I could be drinking dog shit water right now. I might have a whole nugget of dog shit in my mouth right now if I drink this, but even the most deranged bum probably is not going to do
Not
that.
thinking
right?
to do that.
And
Yeah,
the
no one's
likeliness
doing
of I'm the next person to use it, like somebody cleared the shit off by being the shit
got
eater
that.
guy, and then I get the
one person's gonna get that load, and then everybody else
I'm
after
eating
that.
shit, but I mean, like way less shit. Than
exactly. You're just getting some particles.
Okay, wait. Do you guys think that people in society just doing bad shit? So I have this homie, right? He would always like kick the the little press to cross the street sign thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like, why do you always do that? Like, it's not that dirty. You could just like press it with your elbow or some shit. I was like, you're being a pussy. And he was like, nah, people do fucked up shit to these things and stuff. And I was like what? And he was like, I don't know, like piss on them or shit on them or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck? Who would do that? And he was like, well, I've like pissed on one of these before, and I was like, "You're the fucking piece of shit!" Like this is why I trust
created his
society.
own
'Cause,
trauma.
Yeah, I trust that people aren't going up to fucking walk sign and
just pissing
pissing
on
all
them.
over.
I don't have a lot of those, but I have like way less respect for the outside of my hand. So that little tiny button like to cross the street, I'll go like that.
Yeah.
I'll press it right here.
Little knuckle
but
tap.
I don't want to press the inside of my finger. That to me is gross. If I'm even going to the bathroom over here, a lot of times I'll just hit it with this. I can do this real quick. Like it's a skill I've developed over the years. And then even when I go in there to take a piss, I lift the toilet seat
Always with
my
the foot.
For sure.
Always with the foot. Yeah.
I don't want to put my hand on that.
I feel like a trifling human being.
No, because you couldn't do that, like physically.
I
You're saying he would
can.
tip over if he tried to do
I'm
that?
deceptively light on my feet.
There's no way you can stand on one foot.
I can.
No, I don't.
We hear it
I believe it when I
thunder.
see it.
Yeah, I saw Doughboy in the boxing ring. I wouldn't say light on his feet is the first word I would use, but the hands was looking right.
Yeah.
You had some power though. You
A
had
little
some
bit,
power for
little
sure.
bit.
Yeah.
That's not really
Did you watch the
how I
video, Adam, when I was
did,
throwing them
yeah,
things?
Yeah.
I'm in there working.
You want
too, Adam.
to change your bet now?
No, if anything, I felt like it made me less confident in your ability to do anything. And really, when I read the comments, I felt like all the fans agreed, like, damn, like that was worse than we thought it was going to be.
I was thinking, why on earth would you post that? But hopefully Spodie's going to be like, you know what? I've sat back and I've thought about it. You know how he does in his car. He gets all serious. And I'm not going to kill that brother Doe, man. I just wouldn't feel right if I killed that brother.
Yeah, I wish that would be him, but
Spodie,
to me,
please,
Spodie
Spodie.
seems like an on or off switch type of guy with the violence.
I
Like
want all
once
the
it's on,
smoke.
it's on.
I want all of it.
Like
Do
a
you
vape
really,
pen.
though?
I really
Have you thought
do.
about what that means?
I really do. I really want to get in there and see what I got, man.
I know, but you can't be saying that without you got to go harder with the working out and getting in shape with the cardio shit. Like you
Yeah.
can't be talking like this and then not preparing because then you're
You seen
like,
where I was Saturday? I was there
I
this
know,
morning
but
too.
That was your first time, though. We all
Fourth.
know. Bro. Okay.
and I brought him out of retirement when I got in the gym. I told Doe to pull up. He lives down the street from the gym.
And even beyond that, it's like, bro, you know what? Like boxers don't really do a lot of is smoking weed.
I stopped
I'm
smoking
trying
weed.
to stop that.
Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I'm trying to stop that and this. I was supposed to be stopping the vape today, and then somebody gave me this. So I was just like, well,
Sure, someone gave you
Haste-
the exact kind of
haste-
vape that you always smoke.
no, this is gummy bear.
I'm at exactly 7 days no smoking weed right now.
Hey.
The first time since I was 14. I feel kind of weird.
How you
but-
feel? Yeah, you
I
sleeping
feel
all
weird.
right?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I ate an edible to go to sleep, but I'm not smoking.
That's kind of my problem is that now I've realized that like if I want to stop smoking weed, I'll still allow myself to eat the edibles, and then eventually I'll just become addicted to the edibles, and then
I'd rather
kind of
that.
better. It's like a cleaner.
Yeah, it's
feeling,
better, yeah, because I'm not dealing with when I'm running. I feel it in my chest and shit. So I think I'm gonna stick with the edibles. But yeah, I was laying in bed. I tried to just go cold turkey. I was like 4 a.m. I'm just staring at the ceiling, like it was impossible to go to sleep. But I feel much better now when I'm in there boxing or just doing cardio. And I don't feel that backwood in my chest as much. You know what I'm saying? It's
but
getting
he
out of there.
thinks that he's like that he's just gonna do something eventually that's gonna make us have more confidence in him in the fight.
No, because I'm actually nice with my hands. I didn't lose a lot of fights when I used to fight. I'm sophisticated with these.
Told us you haven't had a fight
since I was 19.
But
so
I,
it's been some
I
time.
believe that, though, boy.
Then says something 30 years.
But in my short time of boxing, like it don't matter about your hands. It matters how long you could throw them bitches. I see those dudes in the gym. They're great boxers. They get tired. They drop their hands. They start getting beat the fuck up.
Yeah.
So it's like that's gonna happen to you. I saw you almost pass out. You got to get right, my boy.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Because it's
Nigga.
like I don't think I'm in shape, and I'm trying to go crazy, lose 20 more pounds, and I look at you, and you're just chilling. Like everything's gonna be okay. And I'm like,
this is
I'm in better shape than you, and I'm scared.
This is a reputable gang member that's pretty much done everything for his hood,
including carrotings.
Put it on the line.
Hired carrotings.
Put it on the line. Like I don't understand why. Like
I have another idea, like a way, a framing by which we could think about this. Who in the No Jumper universe would be a fair fight for Doughboy? Since I think we all have agreed that Spotyface is way out of his league.
Dave Blunt.
I'm going to start. And does Dave Blunt count? I don't know.
You just interviewed him.
I'm just going to throw it out there. I think there's a good chance that you might be able to defeat Josh.
no way. I was thinking Josh would give him the beats.
I can see Josh.
At their current size, bro, he used to play hockey.
That's fine.
He's like one of those stocky, weird, tough white boys.
You really think?
I think so.
I think I can get with him.
The hockey part, I think, plays a part in there.
You and Josh is like the low T Olympics.
I think me and Moose will be competitive. I seen him throwing his things. He got his shit together.
Did
I
you
think it'd
see
be
him
competitive.
moving on Saturday?
He was moving.
What?
I have so much
Moose
more
moves
faith
like an
in-
athlete.
I have so much more faith in Moose's ability to defend himself.
I've been playing possum on here, but we're going to see August 29th.
So if me and you were walking down the street in a dark alley and three guys came upon us, you wouldn't feel safe that I'd be able to get us out of there?
Oh my God.
I feel like you would be better than just a random like guy, but like not by much.
Who's better to be in the alley with you, him or Lush?
Honestly,
taking
it's a
Dell.
complicated question.
Because Lush has Lush has more grit. You know, he's more grit to him.
I think Lush has like proven himself to be willing to go the whole way a little bit more.
That's what I'm saying. He has kind of like a Diaz brothers kind of effect. Like he'll get beat to smithereens and still be coming.
Like Lush tried to
still trying
fight that
fight.
random gang member crackhead in the fucking on a street in Skid Row in front of me. Remember when I told him to shut the fuck up? Everybody thought that was pretty funny.
And he marked him out.
He did. He like ran down on this guy. I'm like,
Or when he like runs through his hood and yells like, "Who wants to fight me?" in the
or
middle
when
of
he
the
stays
night.
up all night fucking women in the park.
Yeah.
Like, no, we were a little bit worried when you had your situation with Kyle. Like, we were straight up like thinking about how do we protect you.
You would have
little
whooped
bit.
Kyle out.
Why do y'all feel so lowly about me? Like I'm just big for nothing?
Yeah,
No, it's
that's
not.
pretty
No,
much the
you're
definition of that.
yeah. You're also 49 years old, brother. You
I'm
got to give
46.
yourself a little.
I'm 46.
Wait, you said 30
46.
years ago when he said 19.
Well, he's rounding
And,
up.
you know, roundabout.
What these
Hey,
motherfuckers
whatever.
do.
Kind of told
My
us he
bad.
hadn't had a fight for 30 years.
Yeah, my bad. Whatever. I was thinking like, give yourself some grace. You're an elder statesman.
But
You
that's
don't
just
gotta be
wild
getting
that
in
y'all
there
think
with
everybody could just whoop my ass.
Who do you think would be a good fight for you in the office?
A good fight?
I mean, I know you don't think you could fight Ann Hefe.
the hog.
I know you don't think you could fight Crip Mac.
I mean, I wouldn't
I
run
think
from either
Doughboy
one
might
of them.
whoop
Right.
Crip Mac from how I seen him squabbling.
I wouldn't run from either one of
Wait
them.
a minute.
I'll take
Wait
Crip
a
Mac all day over
minute.
this guy.
He got Crip Mac
So
with
you're
the bad
taking
leg.
Crip Mac and Hefe.
Yo,
I got Aunt Hefe.
You said
for
you're taking Moose.
yeah.
You taking Ricky?
Against you? Yeah.
I'm a fucking
Ricky!
slim trim African,
He
bro.
looks
I'm gonna
mobile.
tire you out.
He got
looks
some
like
good
he-
size on
I
his
used to
biceps.
box when I was a kid, bro.
Okay, if it was
At the
Okay.
police
If
academy.
if it was
Yeah.
any
Fucking
other
cop.
kind of like sporting event, like boxing's the only one where you feel like you could maybe like obviously he would defeat you in everything else.
If you could hit me good, I think you do have enough power to where it would be intimidating enough. But I'm thinking you're not gonna get out of a minute in 15 seconds.
No, I'm gonna get out of a minute in 15 seconds. You think? I feel like you think you can whip me.
Repeats it.
Your punches were coming straight from here, bro. Everything was coming straight from the shoulder.
I was just warming up, man. That was just me getting into the groove of things.
We're at the end of the
like,
workout.
I feel like you feel like you could get me too. You feel like you got me?
Oh yeah.
Adam.
He said you ain't Jason.
I didn't even think that had to be said. I just put you Adam. I said that Josh would be a fair fight for you.
You gonna knock your ass out.
I would 2-piece you up, man.
Nah.
That's crazy.
I mean,
That might be a good ass fight. Just with your last showing would be, lead you to
I'm
this.
saying, you know who I think would be a good match for him, honestly? The Queen of Compton.
No, Queen of Compton seems like she got them things.
She's giving him work.
Who got a bigger
Crazy
booty though?
work.
That's what
Oh,
we need to
God.
figure out.
Oh God, she's giving Doe some work. What?
Doughboy or Saucy Santana?
Oh, bro, you don't want him with Saucy.
I mean,
he threatens rape.
Yeah, Ack already ducked it.
I don't want him
I
with
don't want
Saucy.
him fighting them either.
I don't want it with anybody.
I can't wait till August 29th so I can prove all y'all non-believers wrong.
Please get your
whoop
cardio
Spody's
right.
ass now.
Have you thought about what you will say on the podcast when it, or if it goes the other way?
I mean,
Have you thought about it?
if I do happen to lose, I'm gonna take my defeat gracefully. I ain't gonna make no excuses, and I'll give him his flowers. But
He's gonna pop through the wire.
I don't believe that's gonna happen.
shit.
And y'all gotta also understand, I gotta get a different gear that I tap into. Like once you get in there and you ain't afraid to get hit, that makes you dangerous.
Facts.
I ain't-
This is what every
Fearless.
non-athlete says though when they talk about doing athletic shit. Like you don't understand. I'm just a dog. You don't. I could give you 90 minutes on the soccer.
I'm not a
I hear dudes
podcaster.
Say it all the time, bro. I've been playing soccer my entire life. I'll give you 45
I hit a
minutes
different
at this
gear.
age.
Yeah.
I'll give you 45 minutes, bro. Like I'm not fit. It's you. There's no way you could fake fitness when you're engaging in about a skill.
right.
Like your mind is exhausting you.
Okay. So if you got to put your money on it, you betting on Spody.
I got my
I've
money on
been said this.
Doughboy.
Son of a
The
bitch.
fact that he's still
I
asking
can't
that, like,
believe that.
what?
Nothing has moved the needle.
Like,
Nothing's moved the
Get it
needle.
across.
This is
that
crazy.
we think that you might die.
I thought
in that
I thought y'all seeing me training was gonna tip the needle.
And no, I'm not just bleeding you. I'm actually
You're tipping the scales,
worried.
that's for sure.
I'm actually worried about you. I'm not even gonna cap.
Don't
One
you worry
10-minute
about me,
round?
man.
But
You see
that's-
me in a fight with the bear, help the bear.
That's what Mystical said.
Do
He's
you
just like
assume
Mystical.
that they have like a gentlemanly agreement on the back end? That,
No, I wouldn't do that.
He's not going to kill him.
I say that, but Moose says that Spody doesn't have an off switch, and once he gets in there, it's just you. Feel
I think
me?
he's gonna go prison mode. And I got faith in Doughboy, and I'm gonna help him train. But if that on switch goes on, he goes into prison, like in that cell. We got fades in the back for you, Turtle.
Like,
We might
bro,
not bring Doughboy back.
Prison fights happen in such a small little space, probably too. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna be like Muhammad Ali.
He doesn't have retreat in him as well. So like
So many of the prison fights you see are the dudes just like literally like
crazy.
because
Yeah.
they have no room, they can't move. It's just,
But what's better, to be out of shape and have the best technique, or have no technique and be in better shape
Why are
Technique
you
for a
is
boxing
assuming
match?
that Spody has no technique?
I'm not saying no technique. I'm just saying assume
Oh.
that it's the worst, like Adam's saying, like in
problem
a
is-
prison
is
fight
that
where he's just,
if you were to break it down to different attributes, you wouldn't be able to find any of them in which you'd be able to say that Doughboy has an advantage.
There-
I hate the way you think about me.
No, but
he's
it's
just,
true.
I think he's just trying to be real.
Spody Face is
Athleticism.
in way better shape.
Yep.
Okay.
He's
Cardio. You got your
better cardio. He's stronger. He's more experienced.
History
he's
of
younger.
violence.
Longer reach.
He's got all this, experience, longer reach. He's not 200
Doesn't drink,
pounds
doesn't
overweight.
I'm not 200 pounds overweight. I'm 316.
Okay,
100 pounds overweight.
whatever you say.
I'm down 10 pounds from last week. That's one thing if I'm not smoking, though, is I don't really have an appetite as much either. I don't eat as much.
You gotta start smoking some
My
Red Bull
appetite's
blunts.
been through the roof. I've been eating everything, guys.
Make sure it's
And
protein
people
and fats.
people are flooding my DM with PEDs, trying to get me on PEDs.
Trying to get you on the juice.
That's a new thing. Everyone's on steroids, bro.
They're like, bro, I got a plug. Like, look it up and
Yeah.
get back to me. I'm like, I'm good, bro. I don't think I need PEDs to knock out Compa Raider. I think I'll be okay.
So let's ask that question. How do you think he's gonna fare against Compa?
I think that he could have a chance.
It's gonna
I
whip
mean,
Copa's
it's definitely
ass.
going to be like informative about what matters more, being like bigger or being like a small, more dense, muscular guy, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, with Compa, like I've always felt like it doesn't seem like his health is like necessarily that good, right? Like
he drinks every day for the past month at least.
Yeah, and he'll like get into this mode in which he'll be living like a semi-healthy lifestyle. But that seems like the exception to the rule.
For sure.
You know?
I got the approval of Vel, you know what I'm saying? So that made me feel confident. He said, I got compa. Then he seen my tape and he said, my bad, I had you fucked up. I got you, Moose. So I'm going to train with Vel tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll be with Vel tomorrow as well.
I'll pull up
Shout
as
out my
well.
guy Jinx. I'll be with Jinx
We'll be
tomorrow
there
too.
at 8:30.
Yeah.
All right, I'm there.
Who will be there?
Tomorrow, where?
Hill
In
Street
Long
Boxing
Beach.
in Long Beach.
Pull up on us, man.
There's so many aspects of that do not align with.
Yeah, I got to drive
Anything
about
I'd be able to
40
do.
minutes, 45 minutes to get there, but I'm dedicated, man. I'm in there.
I like that. All right,
shock the
should we
I'm trying to knock a little Mexican out August 29th.
I'm gonna shock the world. I like you say that. All right, let's check this out.
Shock the world, baby.
I'm gonna shock the world, and I got my dude, bro.
He gonna pick the world up and drop it on his fucking head.
Ooh, he might do that. Dragonite Lena's ass, which, by the way, amazing. We wanted Munchie B, not Ricky, on B team.
I told him to change the thumbnail because they're like,
did
they're going to be
change it.
so pissed.
They did change it.
when we loop-de-loo him right at the last second.
It's a tough act to follow.
It's not
Yeah, for
easy to
sure.
be-
It's a beloved character.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
everybody should have more compassion for Ricky being the least gangster black man in the office. Besides,
But we're claiming him as Mexican.
No,
with-
he came in big blood. Remember, he came in banging his set.
he's from Oak Park, Mozzie.
Yeah.
Hell Gang is what they call him.
Moose, and please do not say anything either of you guys. Moose, if you had to hire someone to commit a murder, who are you hiring?
Out of the office?
No, him or him.
Oh, him or him. Do a murder?
Yeah. I'm going Rick all day.
I don't know. I think Rick is a little he's like too good of a guy.
Well, I'm assuming that he like is a hitman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
Who's
has
going to
to
be
be,
more
like,
on
down
point?
to do
Okay.
it. Like, they're both
I'm
on-
thinking who I'm going to convince easier, like Doughboy off the meds. Like, he's going to be down to kill somebody.
No, I'm just like thinking like,
That's all I'm thinking about.
Who said what? Who said what?
Exactly. Like, we slide.
Yeah, he's talking to
like, bro, think about this logically.
yeah, Ricky will talk you out.
I was
of
gonna
it.
use my IQ as a reason to pick
He's
me,
like,
though.
be grateful for what you have, bro. You live in LA. It's great.
You could go to jail, dude. That's funny. Okay, so Robert Funero said, Adam, stop letting Doughboy be lead mic when you're not here. Doughboy looks like a Goomba from Super Mario. Look it up, please. Nah, for sure. I know exactly. He definitely has that kind of vibe, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though, you did a good job hosting though.
The Tuesday show?
I feel like he does good kicking off the convo.
I saw a lot of comments
Thank
that
you.
Yeah.
seconded that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
they
did
were
a good
they were fucking
job.
with him on the show.
I'm trying.
Rock Map said, Adam, can you give an update on Layla Starr or have her on Plug Talk again? Can you look up Taylor Jones, XOXO, new member? I'm not familiar with Taylor Jones. Layla Starr, I do recall shooting with her in my apartment in probably 2018 or 2019 with Lena, and haven't seen her since. I remember Mano had a big crush on her, and I think I tried to reach out to her about Mano. But
That's a real gooner right there.
I'm pretty sure Layla Starr like got into a relationship and is like fully off the market and doesn't do porn anymore. So I really hate to break your heart. And also that might not be true, but I do believe that that's true.
And he has black praying hands, so you guys got to claim that gooner.
Oh yeah. She was big in the black community for sure.
Yeah.
They know what they like. TT Me said, Moose, stop trying to say John. You sound like you just learned a new word in a different language and you're pronouncing it wrong.
Shout out to all my homies from Philly, man. Shout out to Chucky, Hottie, you know what I'm saying? Puda, Rail. Shout out to all my partners Uptown, Somerville. Y'all don't even know,
Hottie
man.
is crazy.
Shout out to the homies.
That was like Chunky Barbie.
All my Muslims. Yeah, shout out to my
Who
boys.
do you think will win?
Inshallah.
Doughboy or Chunky Barbie?
I'm not gonna lie, I seen Chunky Barbie getting socked up by that skinny girl. I might have Doughboy. She got knocked out by the little skinny
Does
girl.
Doughboy have enough hate in his heart though?
Fight a woman?
Yeah.
If she fired on you and socked you hard, you could let her have it.
I can't.
She's a big woman. Like she looks like she's
strong.
strong. Like that shit would hurt.
It's not my pedigree. I'd have been hit by a girl before. I don't hit them back. I just
But you ain't got hit by a Chunky Barbie though.
Nah, I just eat it.
Pause. New Jersey Judah said, Adam, you're a white man from New England. Get a Cadillac, old ass. What up, Monday show? Shout out to
up?
New Jersey Judah, Maine. I ain't getting no old ass car.
What
though,
up,
for
Monday
sure.
show?
TT Me said, Doughboy, who are you going to call out for a fight when your daughter tells you that she's upset that you don't know what apartheid is?
Shut the hell up.
Ever heard of Nelson Mandela?
Rest in peace.
You need to know more about the world. Yeah, never heard of apartheid is so funny. I'm like a white guy who like does not really care.
They were so racist that now they're claiming that black people are racist against them in South Africa. Like, that's how racist they were towards black people.
They were so racist in South Africa that they constantly reference it and compare it to the Palestine and Israel thing.
Yep.
So you have to like understand their version of apartheid to understand what's going on in the Middle East.
Yeah, I read Peace Not Apartheid by Jimmy Carter. It was about
where do
Israel,
you stand on the Middle East?
Who, me?
Yeah.
The Middle East?
Specifically Gaza.
It's funny you should ask.
He said,
They should all get along.
Oh, really? You know, they be having their things going through this. They be going this and that. You know what I mean?
We gotta have that as a segment. Geopolitics with Doughboy.
I'm surprised you didn't say like, man, listen, genocide is wrong, y'all. We need to stop genociding people. It's wrong to genocide.
You don't know that that's going on over there. He has no idea.
Yeah, I've heard.
I do need to broaden my scope a smidge.
I've heard that they're genociding people. It's not.
They should stop that.
Black China's mom's more informed than Joe.
No, but then also he's also going to be like, but I also think we need to protect our Israelis. I like Jews.
Israel has a right to exist.
I had a lox bagel a few weeks ago.
Yo, man, Josh is my homie.
Yeah, exactly.
Manhunt.
I like
cool
Josh.
Guy.
I like Josh.
That's his
so
people.
bad.
Tell his people to chill out.
Not my experience.
I like Seinfeld.
You know, I know
I
some
thought
good
genocides
Jews.
were contained to Germany. I didn't know it was everywhere else.
I don't know Jen, and whoever genocide is, I've heard nothing but
Why
bad
are Armenians
things.
so mad?
I thought the genocide was just in Armenia. All right, Dragon Knight Crip said, "Damn, no munchie. I walked out of my shit to Little Caesars for no reason. Cuh. Thanks, Ricky. You got me fired again. Cuh. Shout out the Grand Mason. Cuh.
Sorry,
Cuh.
Appreciate that, man." Dragon Knight Crip said, Adam, who's this? Hey, Adam, who's this Kyle Young guy? He seemed great for the Monday show. Cuh. You should try him out. Doughboy, can I be in your movie? I'm a theater kid.
No, we knew you were a theater
We'll be
kid,
having
Dragon
auditions.
Knight.
The script's almost done.
Mm.
About 20 pages
and
away.
me and Doughboy are both Kyle Ops, so he's not welcome on the Monday show straight up.
Shout out, Kyle.
Coyote 8K said, yo, Adam, why didn't you give Flacco any tips before he went to get his hair transplant? For the record, he got a hair transplant and did not ask me for any advice. So that is amazing to me that he chose to ask like chat or something instead of asking me, since I have so much experience with this. And we're coming off of me telling Vlad where to go, and Vlad had an amazing experience in Turkey. I can't believe that Flacco didn't ask me. And apparently, so he got it done in America. I'm not sure where, but he paid $15,000. To put it in perspective, in Turkey, he probably would have spent maybe a fifth of that.
Damn.
The dudes that I know who went into Turkey paid $2K,
Very reasonable.
$2,500.
Oh, wow.
And that's like all inclusive type of shit,
And
right?
a lot more hair follicles than you could get at any place in America. So Flacco doing that, I don't know what the hell he's thinking.
Is it true that it was just for the beard?
No, he had
That's
it
what
for
they're telling us
both.
on the news.
So he had
wanted to get his beard done too, which is interesting.
His beard looks fine.
No, but apparently he said because he started feeling claustrophobic and he couldn't sit face down for 4 to 8 hours, he got up off the table. So he didn't even get his beard fixed, and he said he wasted his bread. But he got the hair stuff done. So the hair stuff did get done.
So they finished his hair,
But
and
not the
still
beard.
charged him the same rate.
That's
He
what
had
I was
already
about to say.
paid
There's
it.
no way you don't
How do they not
negotiate?
do the same service? Maybe they charge you a little bit more, but they do the same service like a week
maybe
later.
he booked out the time or whatever, and they're looking at it like everyone has their appointment. So if you waste our time, we keep your deposit. You know, it's always little.
It
shit
is
like
the
that.
kind of
Probably
thing.
shady.
Listen, my experience with these doctors though is they usually like want to make you happy. I'm surprised that they would do that because they're making so much money off of you for something that is really like not. Usually they're not even doing it. They just have nurses
A little
doing it.
simple procedure. Yeah.
So I don't understand what the fuck he's doing. But that's also such a Flacco thing to have like a totally unique experience doing something that tons of other people have done, and somehow it goes like uniquely wrong for him in a way that nobody else would have ever thought of. Because like, what is he talking about? You had
Yeah,
a
that's
panic
crazy.
attack because you had to sit with your head down.
And he didn't like read the instructions of like his pre-surgery prep. So they told him to eat a big meal. He didn't eat a big meal.
Oh my!
So he was.
Imagine he died.
But that's so Flacco.
But they didn't put him to sleep though. So
to just do his own thing. Like, to just
kidding.
do his own thing and not like pay attention to the experts. That's such a Flacco thing.
How long did you have to lay immobilized while they did the actual procedure though?
When I did it in Long Beach, I think it was way less. I think it was like 3-4 hours or something. But then when I did it in Turkey, it was for sure like 8 to 10 hours.
Damn.
And were you
But it
face
was
down?
more.
I was pretty much face down, like they have like a thing you're resting your face on or whatever. But I think they gave you like a small part of a Xan, and it like totally just I was already really tired because I was having like a really hard time with the jet lag and getting to sleep. So I was so exhausted that as soon as that like quarter Xan hit my fucking bloodstream, I swear to God, I was passed out for like the entire time. Quick break to take a piss. In which case I was walking around the hall like, ugh.
Yeah, you're like Drake on sicko mode.
Yeah, so that was a good experience. Let me read the rest of this. Jay Smokes Jays said Lush's new nickname is Lysol because he's taking down all the microbes.
That's a bar.
That's real shit. Mr. Thoughtbreaker said I put both feet on the toilet every time I poop, and I hit an Asian smoke break squat. That's real, man.
That's
you go to Asia and you see those motherfuckers squat.
I don't even think I can do that the way they do it.
No, if you try to do it
is built.
as a normal like big person, you're gonna make it like a minute.
Yeah, you have to be like an MLB catcher or something to pull
And
that
that's
off.
what's so crazy is you drive around Chinatown and you see people do that, and it's like, damn, y'all brought
like
that
they just
here.
made a chair.
Yeah, they did. Kyle Young said, why didn't Ricky show up to a day in LA when Spuddy was there the other day? Ooh, beef?
No, there's no beef. I was gonna go, but I had birthday celebrations. I'm not ducking Spody, bro. Everything I said, I'll say to his face. Like,
What did you say about him?
I just said that I wasn't a nepotism hire up here. I actually earned my spot, you know?
I mean,
and I didn't have a famous cousin on the platform before I came here, which allowed me to get in the door.
Bars. I'm gonna be real. Like, as much as people say, like, "Oh, Ricky is because of the house phone thing," like, it was kind of like a funny thing, but not really.
Yeah, like I feel like if your brain goes there, that says something about you.
And listen, you can
Moose
go.
says something about you.
I mean, he was shitting on all of us. I had to pull that out.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I mean,
I lost the competition because he looked like House Phone.
If you're gonna roast him, then for sure. If you're gonna roast Ricky, then for sure. Like,
But that wore off very quickly because I fuck with Ricky and
Yeah,
he's his own person and he doesn't do other things that other people do that people say he looks like.
We don't have to take it that far.
No, I was just saying.
Yeah, and he, you know, I mean, I feel like the percentage of our audience who's like really into the house phone lore is pretty small at this point.
Yeah,
it's been diminishing.
I mean,
it's been 3.5 years. I don't feel like that many people are really like leaving comments about
The
it.
OGs, but other than that.
and I won't discredit that helped me, but it just more so speaks to how somehow, some way, I was the total package. You know, Nietzsche had me beat though. Nietzsche had me.
I was about to say Nietzsche.
He had me beat, yeah, for sure. But he
was
lives
a
in
great
Atlanta,
content
so
creator.
It's just like
Yeah,
that's another thing. You got to be available for the job.
for sure. Yeah,
But
He's
also,
a dog. I fuck with Nietzsche.
in that moment, though, I appreciated the normalcy that I felt like Ricky presented.
Yeah.
And Nietzsche's good too. But he's like a loud,
I think
funny
Tam made it
type
further
guy.
than me, and that's pretty crazy. I'll be honest, but hey, it is what it is. We all make mistakes.
DEI is real.
I want to let her
Can't
fly
let
my
you do
plane.
that to my sister.
I
Can't
mean,
let
okay,
that-
but like,
She
you know,
said she don't want black pilots, so she would say the same.
She did
She
say
did
that?
not say that.
She agreed with Ralphie when he said that.
I thought she was
wouldn't.
saying I could
it would make
understand.
me nervous. That's what, and she said, "Yeah, I agree."
No,
Well, you're not.
I could show you the fucking clip.
I thought she was saying she understands how Ralphie could get to that
No,
based
no.
off of experience.
She's
of
saying,
never
like,
seeing black people fly.
No,
she
but
never
she
said
said she felt the same way. She agreed with that shit because he's got all the chains on. I get it. It's
We gotta
enticing.
review the clip.
But we could do it on New Wave.
gotta
We could
review
do it
the
on New
clip.
Wave. We'll review the clip
let us
live.
know your findings.
I got you because I didn't want to bleed her, but that was crazy. It's like
way.
little black boys out here wanting to aspire to be pilots, and they see Tam out here discouraging them, saying, "I would be nervous if I saw you behind the in the cockpit." You feel me?
What about Ralphie the plug though? With all those
He's just
chains on
ignorant.
saying that?
He's just a little ignorant. I fuck with Ralphie. but
Ralphie
he has
plug
some of the
was not
craziest
was
takes.
driving the plane, I would be
I would be nervous if Ralphie was flying my plane.
You know what's funny? That's
wearing
just like,
10 chains.
But that might show that he's like
fam.
the best pilot ever. It's like, damn, you're a rich ass pilot. You must be good.
They're not like chains that he won from flying a plane.
He's been in the game so long, he could afford 10 chains. Like, damn, that's a good ass
It's
pilot.
in a solid chain for real though. Like it's funny because he's always hitting this pose too. He's doing that shit all the time.
757 chain.
I mean, to be fair, like I don't really think Ralphie gets loaded like that anymore, but he does kind of rap about doing drugs and like, potentially like, shooting people or whatever, like that's kind of.
We shoot babies.
I shoot a baby. Like, oh, yeah, sure.
One of
Fly
the
my plane,
hardest
bud.
bars of all time, I'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
honest. I don't condone that,
Please
but
don't shoot my baby.
rapping wise.
ABM Rel said, Doughboy finna get that ass whooped. He is so delusional.
Shit.
many people have said similar things.
Yo, shout out to all the donators. Y'all going crazy.
Oh yeah. And then Q and Hannah said, "LOL, Doughboy is so naive, it's insane. He thinks he can rap, box, dress well, a good stand-up comedian. LOL, he got Rick Rock syndrome.
Nah.
Rick Ross syndrome. Sorry."
Rick
Yeah.
Ross syndrome. And he loved Rick Ross's album.
But you don't say that you can dress, right?
I mean, I feel like I'm feeling pretty fashionably astute.
Reading these fucking chats, bro, please.
You should have seen my shirt earlier. It was orange. It was all the rave.
They said he was wearing the orange shirt to diss Spody, though.
Nah,
that's what they were trying to
that had nothing to do
spin.
with
But Spody's like a newfound Hoover lover. He ain't talking shit about Hoovers, though.
No, I'm not entertained. I love
He
Spody.
does though. He's not like he wouldn't be like, "Oh, you wearing orange," and I don't fuck with people.
He's
who
a
wear
mature
orange.
gang member.
He would be like, "Shout out to my brothers and sisters from Hoover.
I like that.
I ain't got no problem."
And we
with
should be
y'all."
pushing that. Yeah.
Peace. Yeah.
Yeah, I
yeah,
like
no,
that.
that's real.
And that's why I
Rally.
love Spody.
I think I've been stepping my outfit game up though. I think
Way
I got
better.
off to a
It's
rocky
gotten
start.
better.
I'm gonna be real. I think you saying that you can fight is more ludicrous than you saying you can dress. Because for sure you can't dress.
You really feel like my fists don't be flames?
No, terrible.
Even the way
just
you say that is crazy.
it's just like, damn.
I love it, bro. He's gonna knock Spody out. No offense, Spody.
That's what I wanted to say earlier. You can't bring the lovable loser shit to the boxing ring.
Fuck all that. You finna be you finna get the crazy nigga. I'm finna be up in there. I'm telling y'all, man.
5150, bro.
I'm going out there, man. I'm
heard the
fighting
intro.
demons.
You're gonna come out in a straitjacket?
Why won't you push me?
That's the
No, he did. He brought that up.
Will you really not do that?
See how we just laughed hella hard at that idea, and then I remember that you actually did bring
But
that
that is
Will
actually a
you
great idea.
consider it?
No.
Push me out on a dolly in a straitjacket and a
After
Hannibal.
what happened to me in my most recent boxing match, as well as what happened when I joined Blueface walking out to the ring for his most recent boxing match.
You're a bad
I'm
luck
coming off
charm.
2 L's, and the last thing I want to do is go into a situation in which there's a 99.9% chance of another L.
Bro, but
Well, I need somebody to push me on this dolly down that
Hit him
aisle.
with the Drake curse.
But if he comes out with the Hannibal Lecter mask,
I'm
the
coming
little
out with
bars, Like
I'm not trapped in there with him. He
so-
trapped in here with me.
That's gonna be so hard.
If he did that, it would be so funny.
It would go viral,
If
bro.
you did that,
We
and then
have
you
to.
lost.
We have to do that no matter
But
what.
what if I win though? How crazy are we gonna go? Y'all think it can't
I don't think that'd be viral at all.
We won't make it back from Las Vegas. Just know that if you win
You
this.
already know. When I win this, you heard?
Yeah, when you win.
You heard?
You heard?
And Adam's next on the plate.
Yo, Manheim, you heard?
You're like a Jewish sheep. You heard?
Shout out to you.
Okay. Drama Shogun said, let's talk about how genius Drake is to be in contact with Adam, the biggest West Coast platform, making it nearly impossible for Adam to give any criticism of Drake. It's been Glazers ever since. You tell me what I've said about Drake that is inaccurate. You can say that someone's glazing, but it doesn't really mean anything until you can point out a situation in which I was loudly wrong. Because let's be real, me defending Drake is looking pretty good right now, given the fact that he just put out this album that was like realistically like unbelievably successful. And then meanwhile, Kendrick, I mean, yeah, he put out a good album too, but like, you know, Drake's was way bigger. Like, am I a glazer because I said that Drake's career wasn't over? Am I a glazer because I said that Drake's album is good? Like what did I say that is like worthy of being called a glazer? Because pretty much like the vast majority of things that I've said about Drake have then gone on to become common knowledge.
And the glazing of Kendrick that happened in LA during that battle and amongst podcasts was fucking of a magnitude that I have never seen in my
that
life.
is considered to be the status quo. That if you didn't go along with this nonsensical idea that Kendrick is like the greatest rapper of all time and that he was going to save hip hop from this colonizer, like the fact that that was considered normal for so long.
But and under the guise of if we just keep glazing him, he has to come by and sit down with us, you know, on his media run, which he never did any interview with any of them.
He
you know
did
what I'm saying?
Harper's Bazaar. 'Cause
Yeah.
guess what? Oh, y'all blacks who held me down in LA. Sorry, I'm gonna go do the whitest shit that I could possibly find. Sorry, T-Rail. Sorry, Smack.
Defend him, Ricky. Defend Kendrick. Ricky.
No, I mean, I never thought that was a normal like take. Everything that they were, especially Glasses, like Glasses, just commentary on Drake. He like did himself in. You know, and like he had that kind of week when Iceman dropped and he was giving off all these racial undertone takes and stuff. And it's just like, bro.
You start to lose credibility when you show how biased you are.
And the problem is that all of those narratives that were like very powerful and in some ways devastating for Drake at the time are now so meaningless. Like I saw a title of like Hit a J3 talks about why Drake is a colonizer, and I just laughed. Like, are you serious? Like, like this to the extent to which like I feel like there was so much resentment built up for Drake, and it just didn't really have like a release valve. Like nobody was like really like removing the tension from the room. It was like there were so many people that were resentful towards
it was
Drake.
the perfect storm for sure.
And then they got this big moment where they got to let out all their frustration. And now, like, all those things that were previously loaded up and powerful, the idea that Drake is into young girls. Like, he fucking had an Instagram clip on Alice Rosenbaum's fucking Instagram the other day. She saw him in the club and she filmed him like this. She's, like, smoking hot Instagram chick who's got, like, 1 million followers. She might be 19 now. She might still be 18.
I saw that. They're criticizing him. Why is he in the club with her?
But I'm just saying that, like, you know, I think, like, prior to the whole Not Like Us thing, maybe that clip would have actually like made the rounds and people would talk shit, but it's like those accusations have no power now.
Especially when we see Iceman being that successful. It's like, oh, it really didn't really do anything, you know?
It's
a
also
little bit of time, everybody forgot.
Yeah, it's also so interesting too with like those type of people like in the gang culture and stuff that want to like attack someone's blackness, like they're the authority to like how black someone is, or if he's just a white Jewish colonizer man being like, it's, you know,
he's a colonizer, and I feel comfortable saying this as a guy who shot up the dudes 3 blocks away, and they wear different colors, and what they're my enemy, and also I rap about it all the time, killing them and their family members. But this Drake guy, man, he's from Toronto.
And he's bad for the people.
He's bad for the culture.
That's
me.
A vulture.
I'm killing it. I'm killing my ops. Okay, Kenneth Clark said free break, free and free suspect.
Exactly.
That's right.
Till it's backwards.
Young OOOG said Ricky close to slapping the fuck out of Adam. It won't be a guest. It'll be a co-host that taps Adam's chin.
Where did they get that?
What did I do there? Yeah.
Ricky getting itchy over there?
They just see all of our relationships so clearly.
They see us being more and more comfortable around each other, and they're like, this has to end in fisticuffs. AJH said Adam acts like he has no idea that it's degrading having anyone know that they let him hit and that those girls will not be taken serious after him. It's degrading having anyone know that they let him hit and that those girls. I mean,
I don't know what this is pertaining to.
If you're telling me that it is socially embarrassing for a woman to do porn, I understand. I have noticed that dynamic as well. That is pretty clear cut.
I know we're not supposed to, but he said Moose Man's a Bay Area legend. So.
Man is a Bay Area legend. I kept asking the EBK dudes. I'm like, y'all know about Moose Man from Norte?
They're a little young for my.
You think?
Yeah, I'm old. I'm 31.
A couple of them did say we know Moose Man.
A couple of them knew me. Say grew up on my stuff. Teddy Rando boy.
That's fire.
Yeah, 2 sack legend.
Shout out to all the youngins in Stockton.
They show love. Shout out to them.
Yeah. And then level 33 Graham Mason said, yo, Moose, how many times has an SAG checked you while in SoCal?
Never. I move with respect, so all the real ones respect me, and that's just anybody that don't. They just not a real one.
He has been G-checked many times.
Shout out to my boy Droops, man. He be
bro wants us to name 5 Drake songs that are not on Iceman.
Flights booked.
I mean,
I'm not really consider my memory a great thing, but even I could
out for you.
I'm not gonna lie.
Even I could do that.
Yeah, headlines like, come on, bro.
Yeah, and then okay. All right, I'm good. I'm gonna go eat some food, and tomorrow I'll be on here doing the Tuesday show with the guys.
Nice.
So yeah, this is a pretty good episode. We did 3 hours. That's good.
Yeah,
no,
it was a
3
fun
hours
time.
is good.
I like Ricky on the pod, man. I love
Thanks
my
for
boy
having
Rick.
me, man. I fuck with y'all.
Good stuff.
Yeah, once we don't have the random comedians, we can kind of get more in the groove.
Yeah, I like it.
I saw some people saying y'all were treating David Lucas like he was Dave Chappelle.
We got a little too into like talking about.
I didn't even have to watch it to know that Doug was going to treat him like that, though.
No, I don't be doing it. I've got my glazing in check.
But even Trap got onto like a little question tangent and digging into David Lucas, which I know a lot of people cared about that because it was like the too lazy to try narratives and stuff. But it did get into like a David Lucas fest, and I saw that some of the people in the chat weren't feeling it.
Damn, are there clips from that episode? We need a clip that's like David Lucas' response to Too Lazy to Try. That's a
the Monday show don't get too much love. You know, we need more love.
You don't think Heath is cutting clips?
No, we need more love. The Monday show held it down when the Tuesday show was going through it, so they got back on the top of the mountain. We were holding it down.
Bro, if you can't, like with the clips too, it's like as long as there's timestamps, bro, you put that shit in ChatGPT, it knows what clips.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you can do better clips because you like are a human, but I'm getting slowly more and more reliant on that shit.
Let the AI do its job.
It's just so fast and so like if I really care, I can usually write like better titles, but if I don't really care.
Yeah, I get all my time.
Do you think at some point it will just be like Adam sitting at a table with like 3 computers that are like AI and you're just potting with them and like you fire all of us?
Just a chat room?
Yeah.
I don't even talk to them. I just write a message.
No, they'll have a voice and they'll respond to you. But it's just the best opinions.
I would like to see a podcast. Actually, that's a good idea. A podcast that's just the guy talking to ChatGPT, like audio mode.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It would be like a lot better in a lot of ways than a lot of podcasts.
Very informative and like all the information would probably be pretty accurate. Yeah. Right.
Oh, instead of like Joe Rogan has his guy that he's always
Jamie?
like Jamie. Yeah, that would be the new Jamie.
Claude, pull it up.
Yo, Claude.
But I'm talking just me.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like just screen.
But you got to train the AI too to be like, listen, like this is what I want. Like, this is what I think would be a good podcast. If I start talking about this, you could tell me some info and then ask me like
the pod commandments. You just upload that video to each of them and you're just like, just follow these rules and go about these topics. We're going to take over
What's
the world.
What's the status on the 10 pod commandments? It's coming soon?
Yeah, this dude's fucking fake as fuck with that shit. I'm tired of him. He's been talking about this. I've been looking forward to it.
Moose. The 10 pod commandments were well underway. And then a few people left the podcast. And it just didn't feel like it was the right climate for me to issue a decree in which I told the world,
"You're king podcaster,"
why I'm the best podcaster.
I get that.
That being said, I do feel like we're like getting into a bit more of a groove. I have tried to, sort of initiate a little bit more of like a meta pod conversation by bringing up that Joe Budden clip on the Tuesday show as well as today. And the pod, I can drop it whenever. All I got to do, I have it written.
It's got to be a good climate, though.
I want to like write it on a whiteboard and like get it all set up. But then I have to really feel like I'm in the right state of mind with the hosts in order to bring that to the table.
Are we going to see?
I don't want to do it at a time of chaos.
I get that.
Yeah,
Are we going to see more off-camera kind of intervention with podding and kind of advice? I feel like all of us
should do more off-camera.
All of us could benefit from that.
I thought about like if we were to do the Joe Budden thing, the recap, but I feel like we don't have enough of a situation where we can like.
That's also like
pull from
such biting.
Yeah, it's biting, but still, like, people like the whole behind the baseball thing, like you were saying. You know what I'm saying?
I do agree, but to, like, segment and make it, like, its own show would be a level of biting that I don't think I'm comfortable with.
But I think there just could be, like, some good game planning off camera with certain hosts to, like, make them excel.
Well, the other thing that I was going to do prior to the exodus of certain hosts was I was going to do a full members-only stream in which I got all of the hosts together and brought them all in for performance reviews.
You should still do that.
And then also like had everybody off camera watching the performance reviews so that they were able to sort of like have opinions or we could like talk about everybody's performance review. I feel like
see if we agree or disagree.
That's a week of content. Easy.
That's fire.
That would be great.
I like that.
Because then everybody's just gonna like get.
You gotta be like
it.
brutally honest though. Right. Like if we're fucking doing ass in there, you gotta be like, bro, you're fucking sucking it up. It's gotta be like brutally.
But
honest.
it's like everybody has to kind of be in their groove. Like I don't want to review Rios yet because I don't feel like I fully like know him as a Potter.
No, I get that.
I need more.
Do you feel like you actually taken enough game tape though to do that?
With who?
Just
with
everybody but Rios.
If I'm gonna do performance reviews for sure, I'm gonna have to like watch a bunch more news and really like get in the zone with that.
Yeah.
And there's some people that for sure I don't want to do their performance reviews because I'm not gonna be able to think of anything nice to say and it's gonna be mean.
Oh,
Tough.
shit.
But that's gonna create the best pod.
That's the best type of reviews, though.
Well, what I'm saying is that there's like certain people that I should probably just get rid of before I do that. It's like people that like are got on the pod and I don't really know why they're on the pod and I just hear complaints and I just haven't really got around to telling Josh like
That would 1,000% be the most
go.
entertaining review. I'll be honest though, but you're right. That would be.
Well,
the best
actually,
part.
you're right. There would be some. If I prepared for it beforehand by watching other pods, I could probably like bring some stuff like firings to the table.
That's what I'm saying. You lied to me, Lush, or like on the performance review would be amazing.
I mean, do you feel like it's like? Do you think it's like a good idea to do another like host contest at this time, given that the last one was not that long ago? It kind of feels like it almost just needs to be different because it feels like the number of people who are going to stand in line for this thing is like not that great. I would almost rather do like a social media contest and then we like fly the people out so that way we can get people like from across the country.
That would be dope.
Because it feels like
that'd be dope.
just mining LA over and over is problematic.
80% of the people that popped up on the last one were rappers, like just being like, "Oh, I want to push like my rap career." And I'm like, "Do you want to be a podcaster?" They're like, "Yeah, sure, yeah."
Yeah,
Like,
and that's why
I could do that too.
By the time we got to the end of the second host thing, it just started to feel like this is not great content for the audience. The audience is kind of bored with this. Like when you watch the fucking Drewski thing, he's like pre-figured out. Like imagine Drewski just talking to random people on a show.
No, for sure.
This is curated to be like people who
There's
are
like
be
5
best of the
stages
best.
before you even get to Drewski. You know, what I'm saying that you have to be
Levels.
like entertain them,
Right.
Yeah, he would never do that because
or even streamer you. You know,
I mean, the first format, I feel like y'all killed it. Like people did fly in from all over the country. Like there are like people that are like, I got a flight booked tonight. Either I get this shit and I stay, or I'm out of here. You know?
the vetting is like paramount. I think the vetting, like
Do some
that's why
video
I think the
submissions.
first one was much better. It was, had some banger hosts in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
it
The
was
second,
also it being the first one.
that's true.
There's just all this excitement about it. I don't know. I mean, maybe I was gonna say maybe do it in another city, but I don't actually think that would make any sense really, because probably the vast majority of people would be here. But I definitely think like I want to do something else with the host challenge. But maybe we like just make it like really, really like Discord focused or something, where we like talk to them on like they send submission videos and maybe we react to them.
Yeah,
on, like,
review them on
Yeah,
live.
that's what I was thinking.
stream, and then
Yeah.
we narrow it down to 10, and then we just do it like that, so we don't have to have them all in the same place. I almost feel like that would be more entertaining.
Or could you even possibly like bring them on a stream, like how they do on Nightcap? They'd be in 2 different places, but we can like bring them on and have them interact with us.
Kind of like Discord.
That's what he
Oh,
meant.
okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck you
Kind of
talking
vibes.
about?
Like, do y'all feel this way? I feel like we need like another chick. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna lie. I think we need another.
Not
chick,
fucking with
dude.
Astrid.
No, I fuck with Astrid,
What
but I
about
think,
Luna?
I
What
think
about
we
Luna?
need more
What do you think of
female
Luna?
energy in the building.
Hey, Luna.
What do you think of Luna?
What do you
is
think
that?
of Luna?
What do you think of Luna?
I think Luna was she had her NBA YoungBoy story.
21-year-old
Yeah, she did have like inside knowledge in the NBA YoungBoy story. Not the best story, but still insider
I think
knowledge.
she did good.
She had her toes out for the boys. I feel like it's a little thing
Had her
like
foot
that
out
that
for a
matters.
boy.
Yeah. She had the Bethlehems on.
The fake chrome was fire.
But okay, you saying that like we need to find a woman is like you, without intentionally doing so, you acknowledging that there are close to no females who are really like doing their thing podcast wise.
Ricky did just to say like,
no,
why do
no.
women have such a
I
hard
have-
time podcasting?
I did
He
just,
did just say
I
he
did
literally
just
just
say
say
that when we're
that.
playing basketball. But I actually, and I'm not even just doing
there's
the
no
fake
good
plays.
ones, and I don't want to say that.
Well,
It's just-
women aren't
it's
into
really,
like
really hard.
nerdy
Well, why
fucking
they
hip hop
struggle
shit
with
like
it?
we are,
I don't
like
get
this
it.
niche ass stories and things. Like we, find entertainment.
But-
Women kind of.
Let's be real. Hip hop is very popular with women.
It is.
Yeah.
Now, is it popular to talk about like who King Pill is beefing with this week? No,
it's
not
like,
necessarily. but,
the
like,
Rod Wave new album. If we talk about that, they might go crazy.
Kind of like the #1 city in America, and it's like really, really, really hard to find a girl that makes sense.
The best woman podcaster on the West Coast is
Gina, right? Views. In our
that's the only
space.
person who
In
pops
our
into my
space.
head.
That's
Yeah,
just like the only like female podcast
Kind of the
you can
default.
even name.
Yeah.
Who else could you even name?
I mean, on the West
There's
Coast,
some
I don't
radio
know.
girls.
Yeah,
Jessica West, wouldn't she be considered?
Jessica West.
Jess is actually pretty decent.
She's been doing
I'm
her
not gonna
thing,
lie.
too.
She did her good
She's
job
better
hosting.
than Gina. I mean, I'm not even like saying that to be a dick, but like I think Jessica West is all right. I watched her on like the No Jumper show, and it was okay, but it was also like she was acting like she was hosting a fucking E-News show.
Yeah, she's got
I don't know
two
where-
radio voice.
I don't know where that comes from.
She's on the radio in Las Vegas.
She's actually on the radio. Yeah.
Yeah, but is she always like that on podcasts? Like,
Yeah, literally.
she is.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, 100% of the time.
It's a thing.
That's pretty funny.
It's like, hey guys, let's get into this. Hey,
I don't know
The
why
people
women
really want to know that.
struggle,
And
though.
now we've got a word from Dale's Autobahn. That's what it sounds
so
like.
J Hood, about that fight you got into.
Maybe I should like
The streets are
coach her a
talking.
little more. Yeah, but because she was doing that, she's like, so Rios, the streets have been talking about you and pun. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I had no idea she was gonna do that. That
I
was
love
so
it.
crazy.
But she like doesn't get super in depth to actually learning it. She just sees the headline and then be like, everybody's talking about this.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you got for me? You know what I'm saying? So she throws the lob. Yeah.
That's like the part of her podcasting, because like even me and Doughboy were talking off camera, and we're like, we got to pass the ball better, bro. Like we can't be getting caught in these fucking conversations, and you know what I'm saying? Like let's just like hoop. Like
That's what
think
Joe
about it.
Budden's pod is really good at. Is
Yeah,
they,
you
they,
know?
they like really let each other speak, even if it's a long-winded thing. I'm like, damn, somebody else hasn't spoken in like 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
That is the
Like,
biggest thing that everybody on No Jumper, if I could like internalize one lesson podcasting wise, it would just be shut the fuck up. Let people talk. Don't always feel the need to talk over them. Wait till they're done. It's way easier to fill up like multiple hours worth of podcasting if you just let the other person talk. And there's just like people talking over each other is so bad for the podcast and also so inefficient because it's like, you know, you could just make a topic last a lot longer if everybody like gives each other time to speak. And a lot of times that just really does not
No,
transmit
definitely. I
to
could work
people.
on that for sure.
Yeah.
I'd be trying to think about
No,
that
but
type
I
of
got
shit.
faith. I got faith in Astrid. I'm not just blowing smoke. We just gotta fucking let her talk.
No,
Like,
Astrid's funny.
like
Yeah,
he's
she
saying,
doesn't
like,
get a
we
lot of
just
talk.
Gotta let
Yeah.
her fucking talk
Because
you know
we're
what I'm
better
saying?
at the kind of like double Dutch where you're like waiting to jump in, like, okay, my turn. And then I see Astrid start to talk and then somebody cuts her off and then, or Lush goes on a sexy, horny tangent and then she had something to say.
That's my biggest thing that I'll be trying to work on as far as podcasting, because I've been notorious for that in regular conversations. Like my dad used to always say that to me all the time. Like, see, you're not even listening. You're just thinking about what you're about to say next. So like I balance really trying to make sure that I'm listening and not preoccupying myself with what I'm trying to say next, so I could just absorb it and then be quick enough to have something to say versus
You
cutting
need to
them
be
off.
running dual scripts, which is you need to be listening and then also thinking about what the thing you're going to say is, but then also thinking about at what point it's appropriate for you to say that thing, and then also being self-aware enough to realize that sometimes you have something that you really, really, really want to say, but the moment to say it has moved on and the conversation has moved on to
I
a
got a
different
lot of
time,
those for sure.
and you just don't have the weight to be like, yo, we got to rewind this podcast and let me say this brilliant thing that I was going to say, even though the conversation has obviously moved on. It's like, just like a lot of different things. It takes like a lot of social awareness to be good at podcasting,
Yeah, let's get the reviews going, man. I think that would be great content.
Yeah, I
I'm
would
not
love
gonna lie.
that.
Let's do it. I'm going to line it up.
Curious to see what you would say.
I'm not gonna lie, I gotta take a 50
Yeah.
wiper, bro.
Shout out to everybody, man.
Just clap that like
Jesus
button.
Christ.
Gang shit.
50 wipers,
We outta
crazy
here.
work.
All right, then, bro.
Gia.